Welcome to Snowmobile Sessions Live on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms. It's the #1 destination to learn about snowmobiling, network with other sledders, and have an awesome time doing it. We'll meet other snowmobilers that share your passion and show your fan photos along the way. Snowmobile Sessions Live. Enjoy the ride.
Fan photos are brought to you by Fast TRAC Snowmobile Traction. This season, quit sliding sideways on the ice and losing races to your buddies. A Fast TRAC stud kit will help you with improved braking and give you the arm-ripping acceleration you crave. I put over 3,000 clicks last season on my Renegade 850, and I'll tell you, these studs exceeded my expectations. Not one broken stud, my idle wheels still look like new, and they hooked up like I was on rails in the twisties, inspiring confidence every ride. Fast TRAC Top Gun kits are the highest rated stud kit at 4.9 stars with over 230 reviews. The studs are heat treated stainless so they are strong and they don't rust. The kit is lighter, easier on the track, and has a lifetime warranty against breaking. Each kit comes with a track specific template for complete balance with over double the scratch lines from stock templates. All listeners when purchasing a stud kit can get a free install kit, a $30 value. Visit fasttrac.co, add both products to the cart, and use the coupon code SNOW at the checkout. That's fasttrac.co. I guess I clicked the wrong slide there, so here, we'll start this the right way. This episode of Snowmobile Sessions Live is brought to you by Energy Powersports. They're Oakville's full-line BRP dealer with sales and service to all BRP models and so much more. Energy Powersports always has the fun in store with a wide selection of clothing, parts, and accessories for all your powersports passions. Make Energy Powersports your source for Can-Am off-road, ATV, and side-by-sides. Can-Am on-road Riker and Spider, including the sporty F3S. Sea-Doo watercraft and Switch pontoon boats. And Alumacraft fishing boats powered by Mercury Marine. Put yourself on a Manitou pontoon or a Widescape stand-up snowmobile. Energy Powersports is the home for Lynx and Ski-Doo snowmobiles for the entire family. Do you feel the energy? Energy Powersports, 879 Cranberry Court, Oakville, Ontario, or online, energypowersports.ca. Tired of dealing with worn-out carbides and scratchers that just won't scratch your itch? You deserve better. It's time to upgrade your ride with QUALIPIECES. QUALIPIECES is the leader in specialized snowmobile accessories, bringing you innovative products that solve the everyday problems we all face on the trails. From their durable, long-lasting carbides, Trailblazer ice scratchers, to their ingenious roller ski, QUALIPIECES has redefined quality and performance. Have a taste of their specialized carbides at QUALIPIECES.com and take your snowmobile to the next level. All right, we got a little messed up out of the gate there, but we're back on track again now. So we were gonna have the 705 admin crew on the show tonight. It was gonna be a crazy night because they're wild. They're a wild bunch, but Nunzio's part of our group, and he's dealing with some stuff. He's had a wicked weekend, which we're going to talk about, and he's even going through more pains today with dealing with some groomer, the groomer storage shed issue collapsing with the snow load and that type of thing. So our thoughts go out to the Gravenhurst Snowmobile Club, Snowcrest Riders, yeah, and hopefully they can get things sorted out ASAP and get a machine in there to dig. I don't think I've got a picture of that, but he said there was 5 feet of snow, and he had a picture he posted today, or video, and 5 feet of snow going into the area where the groomer shed is, and then the groomer shed was collapsed onto the groomer. So they don't know what kind of damage is done back there or anything, and they have to get a skid steer in to dig it all out. So it's pretty crazy, but we're going to talk about that as we move forward here. But it's going to be just a fun night chit-chatting and reading comments from the guests here. We got a pretty big house right now. Who we got in here? Lepoinski. What's up, boys? Happy Monday. Chris Watson's in the house. He sent us some more pictures of food. We got to get you out for a ride, buddy. You're quite the chef, and some stuff he's been doing on
Is he a muff pot chef?
And no, he actually is like he cooks the gourmet. It would be awesome to have trailside this stuff. Oh, you'll see it. And Chris said it's winter up here, about an hour and a half north of Montreal. We may just get an early start December. We'll be cold and snow. Hopefully get a good base started on the trails.
Wait till Skidoo comes with that Link Hibachi they've been talking.
Yeah, that's all of Garden Gnomes in the house. Hey, all happy Monday. Sled heads for kids. He's got snow too. Yeah, it's gonna be
I don't
great.
know if anywhere in Ontario didn't. Even the sunny south of Windsor, where I go to school, I've heard got some snow. So
yeah. Mike Galitz, the Motorsport Channel. Good evening, guys. You were sorely missed last week. Greg Kelly thought he left us.
He was in here, but he left early, and then Greg was asking where he was, and he
Yeah.
was already long gone.
Don't worry, we missed Mike too. So, what else we got here?
Jamie Nichols,
Kev Cam 95. Jamie Nichols sent me some pictures.
6 inches on the ground, Western Maine.
Yeah, and new face is in the chat. I love
Kev
it.
Cam 95 is a new one, eh?
Yeah, and they're sending photos in, which I love that. That's fan photo at mudbrats.com. If you
Run the banner.
if you get it,
We're off the cuff tonight. Run the banner.
We can do whatever we want.
There's no
It's
guess.
our show. Do I got that's energypowersports.ca. He probably still has some sales going on. He had like 40% off for Black Friday and today for Cyber Monday.
And I think he still has his no payment 6 months and 1.99 financing on 2024.
Yeah,
holdovers.
1.49.
1.49.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So, and they got quite a few sleds still left used, and so get in there and check it out. Fan photo at mudbrats.com. We probably won't get to show any tonight, but if you want to send them in, if we get time, we'll pop them up on screen. But we'll definitely get to them next week. We always love having some on deck. And next week we have a Canes Quest racer on, Chris, who is going to come and talk to us about his experience. And he's an old fart like most of you guys. He's 61 years old, so it's pretty crazy time. So he's going to tell us about his experience with the Canes Quest, and he's at it again. Uncle Buck says 140 centimeters of snow in Gravenhurst. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Chris says yes, it's comfort food. That's the word I was looking for, Chris. Will McCleary says, I wonder if Haliburton Forest could open earlier this year. Earliest as seen is mid-December. Most trailers are on old logging roads, no swamps to cross. She said that in a reel she did just the other day, I think it was Sunday, they were grooming that they're hoping to be open next week for the public. Right now, you're going to see some pictures of someone that we know and love riding there. And yeah, it's...
But by the way, for the Americans, that we just said 140 centimeters, that's 4.59 feet of snow in Gravenhurst. That has to be probably not record, but it's definitely the record in the past 20 years, I'd reckon, for this time of year. That's a lot of snow to come in a weekend.
Yeah. Uncle Buck, do you know if that's more than what they had? Like, remember that December between Christmas and New Year's a couple of years ago? I think it was just 2 years ago. They
oh yeah.
Do you remember if that is that more snow?
It has to be, because they didn't shut no highways. No, there was not a state of emergency from the amount of snow. We drove the day it snowed.
Yeah,
with Corey and with both Corys and went up and rode Haliburton.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think it was that bad.
That was a little bit after. They were still they had already cleaned some of it up, but there was a lot of snow. So
Scotty M just put 55 inches. I think
Yeah.
it was 6 feet is what they just. So that must be UP, Scotty. Is that where he's? Oh no, Bracebridge. Oh no, Bracebridge. Never mind.
yeah, oh yeah, I've got pictures. I think it was 39 inches or something like that. I've got a photo of. So,
Haliburton's I think 24, 25.
yeah, Uncle Buck says he thinks it's more right now. So it's showing
5 feet Oxton Lake.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
In 2022. Yeah, that would be the year.
No clue what it'd be like to get 4 feet in a day or two in Wisconsin. Hey, Corey Brock just stepped in. Says, hey fellas, and
so now you guys have to can't put all your negative redactive comments.
So he said that Scotty M is out in Gravenhurst. So
I guess so.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow. It's pretty crazy.
Is that another new name in the chat? Iron Moose there. Good evening from New Brunswick.
I love it.
Welcome,
I love Iron Moose.
We have 52 viewers on a show with no guest. We've been doing this wrong the whole time, boys. Cheers. Just keep going. Sled Tube 4.95 and no trails in the ITG and we do not mention the MOUs. That's like last year we didn't mention the word snow or open trails. We don't mention the word MOU. It might start some riots in the chat.
Yeah, they're saying 140 centimeters in some spots, but that's saying I think it's 55 inches. Like, it's complete chaos. So like I've never seen.
And Pat said it's too deep to ride. Yeah, I'm watching videos of guys in Haliburton Forest, because if you have a place in the Haliburton Forest Wildlife Reserve, you're allowed to ride there basically whenever. I think as soon as they allow snowmobiles in there, before they even groom. And there's guys with backcountry like free rides. We're talking 154, 146, and they're getting buried over the hood right now. So
yeah, like Mike,
imagine like if you're in Gravenhurst, you would not be able to ride on a normal trail sled. You'd be buried.
Mike Galitz's buddy Gaetano is in there too.
And he's got a 146 backcountry, and it's buried up to nearly the headlight. It's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, Motorsport Channel says he's still alive. So yeah,
we weren't worried.
Mark Denemy from Sudbury, nice.
How much snow do they got in Sudbury, Mark? If you'd like to put in the chat, I'd be curious to know.
I heard they didn't get very much. I heard that they were all jealous of Gravenhurst area. So and I'd like to know what's going on with your local clubs and their MOUs, because they don't LUP, not MOU. Tim Drew says their memorandums of understanding is what MOU stands for. The landowner something whatever is something else. So yeah, I think it was called. There was something that maybe it was LUP before it was MOU, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. But it doesn't show much in Sudbury, but even the trail right into the Sportsman's Lodge, which is actually where they fill the groomers up with fuel, is not there. But
because that takes you from they fill up there, because from there to Shining Tree, there's absolutely nothing once you get north of Sportsman. So that's where they fill up for that run. I'm pretty sure for the Sea Trail, but we'll just have to wait. Everyone just sit tight. I'm sure that it's got to improve a little bit. It probably won't be what it used to be, but we just kind of have to let sleeping dogs lie. We'll just don't go bother your club. Don't go yell at OFSC. They're doing everything they can. It's not the OFSC. It's really it's Ontario Insurance. That's boning us right now. So don't get mad at your local club. Don't be sending them emails. If you're gonna send them an email to go stake some trails. Which you didn't get those pictures.
I do. They're in there.
They're in there for me.
Yeah, for sure. We were out staking trails.
Yeah. So get out there and help your club. They need the help right now. And just sit and wait. I'm sure that it'll get better.
Our club though, we were 100% done, and then when they brought that map out, we had 3 properties that were just shifted a bit. So they're done. They don't show up on the map right now. We send it in. They just have to process it and it'll be done. There's also something else. We have to have every groomer's equipped with a GPS transponder. So we have to do 4 complete passes. So both directions, because it'll only pick up the one direction. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. There'd actually have to be 4 each direction in order for that to track, and then the trails be dead accurate.
Which is amazing for the modern GPS systems. I think that's nothing but a good thing, really, other than the fact and also it's going to get every single club. It's every single club, I think, regardless of how good their snow is, they're going to go out and make a base. If they're meant to do that, which is good. So then if we do actually get a good snowstorm, there's going to be an amazing base setup.
Yeah.
And I agree with Corey on this.
Corey's thinking 80% of trails will be available this season. That's his guess. I think that's a really good guess. I know even your area, Corey, right through Hillsburg's not showing a trail, and Hillsburg has been on the ball. They've been on the ball like us for years. Our main trail D is even messed up. Scott says
the D trail from that typically goes basically from Barrie all the way up through to Sudbury is just, and across then to North Bay is completely gone. It just isn't even there for most places. So whatever. We got a month till the real OFSC season ever starts. So go ride Haliburton Forest and put a smile on your face.
Sled Tube says we've known about the online TerraNet tool for 3 to 4 years, same as our club. We've asked for training to upload and only got trained this spring. it was a complete breakdown at the federation, districts, and club levels. I had trouble. I was supposed to get trained 2 years ago, and they had a couple of Zoom meetings, and then I couldn't log in. You're supposed to log in with their password they give you, and then change it right away. And I couldn't log in. So the season ended, and it went to the next year, and they didn't do the training anymore. So it finally came out. Moose was able to get into it, and our club head guy, and Moose was able to get into it, and he ended up going through and figuring out what we needed. And the gang, I can't take any credit for it. The gang went and hammered it all down.
And that was 2 years ago also that we, me and Dad went out and we actually GPS'd all the trails.
I was thinking that
was that year. That was the year that I was also home, because it was the COVID year and my school was delayed by like a month to my university. So we were riding, like I remember the one day we went out like 3 separate times and we just rode all of our trails. It's like, oh, we missed this section. We got to go back out. Let's hit the trail again. Like that was crazy. But yeah, so it's been known, but it just sucks the way that it's happening. Yeah. And I didn't know about the whole training thing not coming out until the spring. That's pretty crappy. But
yeah, like I had trouble on that, but I mean, once you got in, I think it depends who you're.
It's too many old heads in the districts. It doesn't help when you want to switch to an all digital system with a bunch of guys that it's no fault of their own. If they make a non-user friendly online system, then what can you do?
The Sled and truck guy. Where is the Hillsburg trails, buddy?
Hill and Gully riders. Why are they not
Hill and Gully?
And so I better see a groomer in a swamp if your trails aren't open. That's your only excuse, Odie. I want to see a trail. Or what was it? Your Altigra that ended up in the swamp. The one. What did he have? Not an Altigra. He had was it a T-Cat you had that would end up in the swamp when you were staking the trails the one year? I didn't see something like that. That's the only reason that they keep working on it. I saw the pictures. I think it was on. It was last week. You sent in the pictures of you guys maintenance in the groomers, so we know that you're getting on it.
Yeah, but there's no trails around our cottage.
It's fine.
There's not one.
We'll just ride. You know what people are going to do, and what we're just going to ride them.
That's right. Exactly. Where's the guest? Right here and here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guest. I did explain it. Well, we'll show this now.
Yeah, we're going off the cuff.
Yeah,
fan photo right into
it. Where is it? Where did it go?
Oh, do you have to drag it up? Add the stage.
Oh, there we go. And then we're down there low. Can we get bigger here? In the middle, right there. So no, Nunzio, he's with the 705 admin team. It's made up of Nunzio, who he was a guest on here, and Denon Oosterman, who's been in the chat, and he'll probably pop in tonight. There's a few other guys, Chris Aiken and Barry Wilkinson, and the list goes on, and they were all going to try, and most of us were going to try and come on. I'm an admin for 705 as well, and chat about the Facebook group, and they sent me in a bunch of pictures. But one guy went away on holidays, and he's tied up with other things tonight, so he might pop into the chat, but I wouldn't count on it. They're having some problems with all the snow that they've had in Gravenhurst, and he had quite the wicked weekend. But the good news, the good part of his weekend is this: he picked up his new sled, and he actually rode it home on the roads. So imagine that. Have a great night, fellas. Time to go snowmobiling, Scott says. Lucky guy if you can. But yeah, Nunzio picked up his new sled and rode it on the streets home from the dealer. And he said that was actually a first that he's ever done that in 40 years of buying sleds and snowmobiling. He said he's never had the opportunity to.
And look at how much snow is in the front end of that. Like he's been hitting deep stuff to get there.
Yeah. So he picked that up on Saturday morning, and then he had to go to work, and he got onto Highway 11. This isn't his picture. This is one I pulled off of the I don't know, some social media site, maybe Muskoka Buzz or something like that. But there was 4 tractor trailers blocking the road, and it had all this like extra snow that they're not used to handling, and the highway was shut down. Like, I mean, the cops are coming by on snowmobiles to tell people to get comfy in their cars because it's going to be a while. But the one guy was prepared. I think his name was Dan Vuvik, and he had a complete sleeping bag and setup and heater and everything. So he was great to stay for the night. And Nunzio said they were delivering apples by snowmobiles. There's another guy delivering granola bars and things like that. But I think Nunzio, I don't know what time he left for work, but I know it was early in the morning and he didn't get home. They pulled a bunch of vehicles off where he was and he didn't get home till 7:30 at night, I think it was. So one lady, they just opened the highway today. She was in her car for 24 hours. So that was pretty freaking, pretty crazy. But yeah, Scotty says, truckers won't learn, the newbies. White sand is slippery. What did you say when you see that picture?
No comment.
That you said that looks to me more like driver error.
I said that looks more like a driver skill issue than a snow issue.
That's right. Exactly.
Something about the truck brand Transco doesn't sit right with me.
Outdoor hobby guy says snow cane. And then this is one that someone sent in. I thought it was hilarious out of her F-150 window there. And she sees the characters from Ice Age. Yeah. That is nice of the OPP, but there's also some volunteers out helping out. But I believe this might be this isn't one of Nuns'.
I still wish they didn't use salt, but I guess it helps the less skilled.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, that gives you an idea. This is the Highway 11, so it's a 4-lane highway, and you can see it's barely 1 lane. There was actually a video I seen, and it was a car ripping along, and they had their phone out the window shooting, and the snowplows were in the middle of the traffic jam. So this traffic jam went on for miles, and and the snowplows were in there. There's another shot of the bridge from one of the
so crazy. Yeah,
from one of the traffic cams. And this was Sunday morning, actually. So this was the day after. And you can see that minivan there on the right he's not going, he or she's not going anywhere. But yeah, it was just all trucks and a few cars sprinkled in between. This is right at you recognize that?
I do recognize
right
that.
by Hans. Yeah, by Hans and Franz. Yeah. You know, this is Nunzio's picture. He sent this. So this is what he was sitting in for the whole day. And he said it was absolutely brutal, you know.
How's your freaking electric car doing in that?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you had an electric car, you'd be done. And then he also sent me this photo. This is on top of his sled trailer, the big marshmallow up there. Man, like it's crazy.
Look at the front of it. You can nearly drive up it with your snowmobile, up the front of it. Like, look at the snowbank.
It's high. It's right at the front. And then this is his tree looks like Quebec, like the snow ghost up on the top of Devil's Mountain. And that little bump to the right is actually one of his Christmas decorations. It's a big snowman he had on his lawn. So he sent us pictures of that before the snow fully covered. There's 2 snowmen there.
Okay.
Or some Christmas decoration, deer or whatever. And and he sent me pictures before, and away you go. But yeah, Corey says, wow. And Uncle Buck says, shovel that off quick. I don't know whether I want him to shovel it off. Maybe it'll get dented in and he'll sell it to me cheap. What kind of snow did Cochrane get? I don't think they got a lot. I think they got snow, but I don't think they got Gravenhurst was isolated.
Yeah, so all the snow we just got was all lake effect off Superior and pretty much just Superior and Georgian Bay. So that's why Gravenhurst and that whole kind of line to Haliburton got so messed. And I guess Sault Ste. Marie as well got demolished mid last week. Where my buddy is up in Kenora, Lake of the Woods, where he works. He's up to his hood on his Ford Focus ST. So it just really depends on where you are, but I don't think Cochrane got a lot.
Yeah, Corey says 6 or 8 inches. Yeah, like it was really isolated.
That's actually a decent amount considering our snow season we had last year.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? That's the thing. This has been really uplifting for me because I was starting to get down in the
now the next 2-week, 3-week forecast is actually starting to finally show snow for a lot of places, which is good. Regardless of if it warms up in 4 days after, it's still December, but it looks like by the end of the month we might see some OFSC stuff opening. Honestly, we'll have to see.
Yeah, Mike says they only got 3 inches a half an hour south of him. But yeah, like Gravenhurst, it was so isolated. Like the mayor, this is the first time she's ever declared a state of emergency, and she said the snowbanks outside of her house was as tall as she is, and it was one of those isolated ribbons that came through.
No snow in Thunder Bay.
Yeah, Yeah,
Most
snow.
More?
More. Yeah.
Maybe meant more. Do you mean no? Because
yeah, there we go. There's a shot with 43 inches showing on the tape measure. You know.
Got rooms booked over Christmas
in Rwanda.
Oh, nice. A great little area. The
And
Squall went from 117 to Washago with the heaviest over top of Gravenhurst. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, eh? And then this is from actually somewhere up there. It's not Gravenhurst, but I think it's like Sault Ste. Marie or Thunder Bay or something.
Got an Orangeville plate cover on. Yeah, it must be Cottagers.
Yeah,
you got this picture from.
Yeah, I just pulled this from some.
That might be the Sault Ste. Marie, because Sault Ste. Marie got that last week and it was a dumping of snow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was Sault Ste. Marie. We only got about 12 inches in Huntsville. And Port Sydney got about 20. Yeah.
Look what Rob C said. He said, might get some riding in southwest areas too. Uttering, Luke, and Mitchell Listwall all got hammered. Oh, you just wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you just wait. Some of us did get some riding in.
That's right. And this is pretty wicked. This photo here takes a while for it to catch up. But these are the Muskoka tall ships. Or no, they're not tall ships, they're steamships.
Steamboats.
And they actually put them in dry dock for there's a little dock area they put them in for the winter. And the one had so much snow on it, started listing in its spot. So they had to get, what'd you say? They
got crews on the boat and started removing snow basically by hand until the boat stopped listing and got level.
Yeah.
It was a dangerous level.
It's pretty crazy. We don't have our microphones.
Oh man.
There we go. This will sound better. Check one. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, a little bit of lean on that. Read the sign. It says no boats. Very true. They should have listened. And then somebody had posted this on Facebook bitching about this person and saying, don't be one of these people that don't brush their roof off. But I thought, you know what, that is so cool.
They just I like to imagine they just got into the car, started it, let it warm up until the snow melted around and just drove away. Like,
yeah. My neighbor doesn't have a snow brush and just starts his truck over and over again at 5:30 in the morning every day. And he runs it multiple times till the snow's gone. Yeah. Scott's going to send me a picture. He says, give him a sec. So
we got time.
This is downtown Bracebridge.
This could be from 1999. That looks like a couple SRXs or something leading the charge.
Isn't that wild? Like that's a shopping district of Bracebridge. That's a city street. I don't think fast track studs would help in all that.
Not when you have the backers. You get the backers helps to dig a little bit.
Yeah, this is a city sidewalk. You can see those snow piles are huge. You know, you're not getting to any stores.
Drew and I like to carve body kits into our cars, body kits and swos into our cars and just brushing them off. Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Your car would be screwed in this.
Oh, dude, it would still be there without any snow. Yeah. It'd be so done for.
You'd be picking up body bearings all over town. But yeah, that's out front of one of the shops. Look at that pile of snow. That is pretty crazy. Like we walk the streets, and this is
great additional snowfall.
Yeah, so it's going to go right through the week.
50 plus centimeters in Godrich. There's your list of wall snow. We're going to get 5 centimeters. We might actually be able to hit the field this week.
London, Woodstock, 15 to 30 centimeters. If we get it, like if we.
Mom just told me today that we're supposed to get 30 on Thursday now.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll take it.
20 on Thursday.
Just don't look at next Monday's forecast.
Okay, well,
and this is at my cottage, Odie. This is thank you, Corey, for the cool sign. This is the first time we got to use it, actually.
It's been most times you get there in the spring and it's on its side from just falling over with no snow. It's like,
but my neighbor went in there and took the shot for me. I said, do you mind stopping in there and grabbing a photo of this thing? And she said that this is not the deep part. She said it's a lot deeper in other parts of the lawn. This is actually one of the lower areas of snow for us. So yeah, 23 inches. I'll take that this time of year. And stuff's getting cold now too. If you looked at that map a couple of screens ago, the temperatures are really cold. So the ice machine's going to start.
Someone put up a little bit. I can't remember. They said there was already ice forming in Oxton Lake.
Yeah, that's great.
Which is good for this time of year. That's what I was worried about. All the snow. You always got to worry about how the lakes are going to set when you get snow like this early. But it seems like we're still good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And that's out front my cottage down the road. So looking down the road.
Look on that mailbox there.
Yeah.
How much snow's on that mailbox?
Yeah, there was a tree down, and I mean, if I lived up there, I'd be ripping the roads all day long.
Yeah, dude, you can't even look how much snow is
Yeah, it's wild. Ooh. And then this is Sherry from Energy Powersports.
If it'll
It's
load,
gonna take a while to load
there.
up. There she is, and she's got a place in Haliburton Forest, so she was up there for the weekend anyway, and got to put some miles on her new Blizzard.
John Luke, what are we doing here? Why she got non-signal LED lights? We got to change that. We know we're huge ambassadors of the LED signal lights, especially at Haliburton Forest, where we saw lots of people with them. But
yeah, how far am I from my cottage, Gary?
2.5 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
If we don't count Toronto.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll check the email, Scotty. Thank you. And then this is another shot. That's a beautiful. That shows you what Haliburton Forest is dealing with. It's absolutely perfect.
Looks like they had a
right
groomer
now.
go down there at one
Yeah,
point. See,
they
it's a
probably
little bit of a bank on the side, and then they got some fresh powder. They've been grooming all past couple days too.
They'll groom that for sure. And then John Luke posted this as well. So he's near Haliburton, and they've got the same as me, 23, 24 inches solid. So yeah, it was a great weekend. I think everybody got the fever, this weekend.
And speaking of the fever,
yeah. And
see, you can ride in southwestern Ontario right now. There's tons of powder.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Drew was out ripping today at lunch. I had to go out and take some pictures here of it.
Just a couple moose just playing in the yard, just grazing in the fields, if you will. And and did some air rating as well while I was at it.
Yeah, Furry's got this thing dialed right now.
Oh, she dangles. I kind of forgot how what an 850 pulls like. I guess it's been so long since I've been on something that actually has some pull. That it's either the one lunger 125 KX or the Wolverine 350. And then this thing, I get on it, my arms got straightened when I first hit it. I hit it coming out of the driveway on the snow, and it pulled the skis off the ground. I was like, oh God, I forgot how awesome this is.
Oh yeah,
I cannot wait to actually get out and ride. I hope that Haliburton opens this weekend.
Yeah, Odie says that's more than you had all last year. Yeah, it is. It's I think it's more than we had the last couple years actually in that spot. So yeah, pretty cool. Then we get into fan photos. So Backyard Rec, Furry sent this in. This is Rye. She was out sledding. He sent me where this was taken. I wanted to know if this was here or oh, it's Flesherton.
Flesherton.
They had 1.5 foot of fresh powder. So she's trying to channel her inner Furry and do some off-trail mountain riding just like her dad. So it looks like she's good and stuck there like dad as well.
I think she's ready for a Neo Plus Summit Furry.
Oh, for sure. And then this is a new viewer here, Isaiah Drace. Pardon me if I said that wrong, but I've got a script here from him. Your little note.
SXR 600 triple, nice one.
Yeah. Is that 600?
Yeah, it's a 600. It's an SXR.
That was like
they were 6 or 7.
Sale,
yeah,
right. He says, "Hey Gary, attaches my fan photo. This picture is from last season. Picture of his first sled. It was a 2000 SXR 600 triple, and his new sled's a 2012 Yamaha FX Nitro XTX. As you can see, I'm a Yamaha guy. Keep up the great work. I enjoy listening and watching the live stream when I can."
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Isaiah. That's awesome for you to send that in. And like I said, I appreciate that. Send them in to fanphoto@mudbrats.com.
This is Haliburton as well.
Yeah, and Jamie Nichols sent this in. He says, "Hey, Gary, we love your podcast and look forward to hearing the stories from the insiders every week. We're a family of diehard riders with even a few sick-minded Polaris guys in the group."
Is that a TCAT back there?
Yeah. He said, "We ride thousands of miles across northern Maine. My kids are riding matching MXZ 440 fans. Those are sweet machines.
Nice.
And his wife's got an MXZ 600.
That's the black one, and then he's on the TNT 850.
Yeah. And there's
looks like we know who's the favorite, who gets all the nice sleds in the family. Like, what's going on here?
My wife, he said, there's some new iron around as well. I'm clocking 8,000 miles on my 850 MXZ. Good job.
That's a 2018, I think, right? In all white TNT. That was like I think that's
I'm not sure what that is, but but only a few hundred on the new Expedition SE 900 Turbo R.
Oh, that's in the next picture.
Yeah.
Nice. There we go.
And
Cool.
And he's got a 21 Scandic 900 Ace
Okay.
as well. So that's pretty cool. This winter, we're getting ready to cross Alaska with the Expedition and a 21 Scandic. We're aiding a Serum run as it's the 100-year anniversary of Leonard Sapala's epic adventure. We'll be running the rivers and highland from Nanina to Nome. Hopefully I said that right. Traveling with both the snowmobiles and a 24 Sepala Siberian Huskies. We will be
in 24 of them.
24 dogs, Sepala Siberian Huskies. We will be setting off January 27th, pulling hundreds of pounds of camping supplies and raw meat to feed the dog teams. Make sure we get pictures of that. That's pretty cool. Check out our team in the links below. We'd love to chat with you to gain both of us some traction. Yes, actually, let's get you on here, bud. Let's probably aim for January. I think I got the next couple weeks booked up, but I will message you and we'll set something up.
Did he mention what this photo is about?
I'd love to come in. I don't know. Maybe that's some of their gear they got to haul.
That looks like a cell tower, doesn't it?
It does.
Looks like a 5G antenna.
Yeah, some type of communication thing.
No,
so,
okay.
Yeah, I think that's his photo.
Yeah, Jamie Nichols.
Yeah, no, I put that on there. So,
well,
and there's
more
kids.
the kids
these are his
440s.
photos. Yeah, for sure. Those are awesome sleds.
I love the one in the back. That's like a 97.
Ooh, look at the Jeep way back there too. That's a great shot. Chrome windshield on that MXZ. That's sweet. Yeah.
Oh, this is now getting into Jacob's photos. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah, and then Masser said, my 1997, 98, and 99 Skidoo 670 chassis with a different motor is the last of my 9 sleds.
So is it a hodgepodge of
of
three different?
years.
So it's like a night. Probably. I wonder if it's an HO engine. He's got probably some weird stuff going
on.
on.
The 99, that's a triple Barney seat, right?
Yeah.
And its sled's name is Barney because of the purple seat.
Shock. Oh, he's got the nice shocks on at the front of it too.
After this, he'll have to start riding. Good thing Upper Michigan got over 2 feet of snow.
Yeah, I saw some videos from UP this morning, and it looks like people are out there having some fun up there.
Yeah,
the beauty of having a trail system that just opens December 1st, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get into Chris Watson now.
Yeah, Greg Kelly says he thought it might be hard to hold back the 850R. Oh, he's talking to Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
talking about turbos or something. Oh, Corey obey the speed limits at the forest. He always does 50K.
Yeah, that's right. He always does. Yeah. And then Chris Watson says, Gary and the gang, I had to change the thermostat on a sled. Never figured it out. I never figured it would be this complicated, as you can see in these photos. We also added super clamps to the trailer. There's his rear one there. Yeah. And finally added the signal lights. And of course, finished the day thanking our local mechanic for always being there for us with some food and booze.
There's the thermostat.
Yeah, there's the thermostat.
Oh,
there.
no.
I know.
Oh, no.
Chris is brave.
Where do they hide it on this? You have to take the clutches off?
Go back. It was in there if you go back. Right there.
Oh my gosh. So it's behind it's behind the secondary.
Yeah. It's kind of, that's the 4-stroke though, right? So it's kind of to the side, but yeah, it's pretty wild. Wisco Sledheads is in the chat.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Where's some photos, Wisco? What's going on?
Thought you died. You haven't been around.
You haven't talked to us?
Exactly. What did we do to you?
It's a good time to clean your secondary clutch. Well, you got it off like that. Oh, you put those ones that attach to the
high windshield.
Yeah.
Cool. Those look good. Nice. Should be.
And there's the meal
on the trail for sure. Yeah, this is his meal. He's got some meatballs by the look of it there. Excuse me for yawning.
Ooh,
look at that. Cowboy salad, they'll call that, I guess. And then there's the whole gang sitting down for a meal. But yeah, I should do some mechanic work for you so I can get fed.
You didn't get my photos of me staking the trails. There's no proof that I did.
I thought it was in there.
There's no
proof
that I did.
But here, we'll take that down, and you can actually call up the email and see if
it'll be on that.
Yeah, see if we can get that email up anyway. Oh, there's a couple in here if you want to grab them, Drew.
Well, you just have to open it up and send it over.
Just give me Give me a sec and I'll just shoot this over. Wow, they've got a lot of snow in this photo.
Oh, you had some more photos from Haliburton you didn't put in either.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, you didn't
It's
get
going to
one.
take me a second to get this out there. Well, you've got it on your phone too?
Well, yeah, of course I got it on my phone.
Just bear with me here. This is why I don't actually take photos during a show. There's a little bit of a workaround for it. That should be coming over to you now. Frisco says he's been busy not shoveling out yet, but a few hours north is riding, trying to get Master to go. But he's being an adult. There's no fun in that. Master will go with you. Come on. Will you guys be breaking out the wig you wore on your heydays road trip tonight?
What's with the wig? That was such a terrible bit. We actually had a conversation about this. You guys are weird. You know, we've been slugging it for 10 plus years on YouTube, and we start making some really terrible low effort videos, and they're getting so many views. What happened? People's standards have lowered so much.
That Toronto show video was awful. Drew edited that together in about 5 minutes, and then
it took more. It wasn't. It was days because I didn't want to release it. Honestly, I was like, "This is so ungodly boring." Like, I could barely stay awake editing the video. I'm like, "This is so bad. Like, there's nothing here."
And I walked into his computer and I said, "I quit YouTube." He goes, "Why? What's up?" And I go, "That crappy video." I said, "I'm sorry, but that video was bad."
It was.
And everybody's loving it. And people are watching it right through too, which is even worse. So
there's nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't have to keep watching it, so nothing exciting happened at the end of the 35 minutes. I promise.
That's right. SledTube love the road trip wig. We're gonna get it out. I've got 2 of them actually, so we'll get Corey wearing one this winter too on the 850. Does the carpet match the drapes? I love it. Please put some elevator music on while we wait. I think I have that option to do that. We can actually.
They're in here now, yeah. I think, right?
Yeah. So
that was. How many photos did you send? You only sent one?
Just one. Yeah. Just press.
Oh, this must have literally been from like. Yeah, this must be from today. That's outside the house or something.
Oh. What is that picture of? I don't know.
Looks like a yard. I see some things buried in snow. Looks like it's from Muskoka.
I think it's just how much snow is on the roof of that building back there. Don't even know where that came from. Don't know why it's there.
Is that from?
That could be a window of someone's house that the snow is level with, possibly. That could be like probably what that is.
Oh, wait, mine are somewhere. Oh, here we go.
And then this is the so I had the Dodge Demo field, and I was just chucking steaks at the window, and Drew followed behind me on the.
Wait, what actually just happened? They're all gone now. What button did I hit on this freaking laptop? Now half the photos are gone.
Just hit Z.
I did. Oh, what the heck?
That is weird. Oh, you must have them all selected and deleted them. So yeah, this is it. I just drove ahead in the truck and tossed steaks out the window, and Drew followed behind me, pounding in with the quad. And then when I got to the end of the trail, I just started mowing back. We met somewhere in the middle. So it worked out really good. But yeah. There's a good
Wolverine scared us a few weeks ago. I went and started at the cottage and had a significant oil smell sitting inside the shed, and a concerning amount of oil coming out of the exhaust when I started it, and smoking quite a bit. But it seems like once I got it to actually move the other day, it seems like it cleaned itself out.
Oh yeah, it runs like a top. It's going to make a good bike for someone in the chat when we sell it to them.
It's our giveaway, our first merch giveaway. We'll start giving away all of our junk to you guys.
Merch giveaway. Yeah. Oh, Donald Crow sent in a photo too.
Ooh.
Oh, I got to get these photos up. So
You should just screen share that computer and just screen share your emails. There can't be too many things.
I should put here. I can throw that over.
We'll eventually make a better system for this, guys. We promise.
No, we won't. We could, but we won't.
You could just, yeah.
Yeah. You know, what's
Donald Crow stuck already?
I know. I'm going to get that up too. We'll throw them all in here, and I don't even know. Like, I think I can put some music on here. Just hold on to see.
Although we don't know about that because
well, would you like acoustic cinematic like this? Pop. I don't like that one.
No.
There's a nice one for you guys while I get these things over. Feel free to sing it if you know the words. Okay, so you send me one picture of those. Can't wait to get this baby out of the trails. It's only wax. You can only wax it so many times. Oh man, this picture's wicked. Okay. Is he gonna come over here? I think on which one did I do? Okay, so
no turbo sounds need a blow off valve. Oh my gosh, Corey and his turbo. Jeez. I'm gonna have to start.
You do need a
blow
blow off valve on that thing, man.
Those the ice jugs. Ice jugs. Get the fast track studs in. Yeah. Oh, Uncle Buck, we don't. Don't bother. Uncle Buck, if you have fast track studs in it.
He didn't watch.
No, he did. He hasn't watched the past 108 fast track adverts that we run. Uncle Buck.
He thought it would be too much traction.
You got Woodies or something, I think.
Get those ones in the chat. We can get this horrible music off.
Where'd they go? Hit download. Man, I'm not winning on this laptop today. You might have to send them again. It didn't send.
What?
Hit accept and it
You're
didn't
not very
go.
good at the computer, and now I gotta leave the music on. Let me do this. Where did it go?
Oh wait, receive 2 photos?
Yep.
Where are they? Oh, here they are.
Downloads. Yep.
Listen, I don't know this whole fandangled Mac OS nonsense.
You got those ready to go. We're dying on the vine here. There we go.
Okay.
Another we had a catalyst every week.
Yes, we have.
So keep those catalyst photos coming in. We want to make sure let's not break the streak, because I think we've had a catalyst, I think, every week. That's on. Yeah, that's right there.
And then let me go back. There's one more photo.
Yeah.
This guy. Oh.
Yeah. So he said that's some kind of stock. Here, let me see if he did put a thing in there. Your
From Donald
Coe. He said near Bala, Ontario. He's stuck already. Love that. And that's a workout.
He said that's mine. And the 4th time I got stuck yesterday at my cottage, go home, Lake Muskoka, Ontario.
Yeah. And that catalyst, he says, can't wait to get this baby out on the trails. He can only wax it so many times. He wants to get it dirty.
You could just take it out in your yard like I did in the grass. It's a pretty efficient way of wrecking a freshly waxed machine.
No, get some photos in for us next week too, especially if you guys are riding this weekend. It should be a fun time. You know, hopefully we will get out this weekend and get some riding in. I'm hoping for snow this week, even to do some field ripping.
I'll have to buy a 2-up seat.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. So what else is new with you boys in the chat?
In other news, if anybody's got a 90s Skidoo or Yamaha triple, they want to get rid of for less than $600 to be our budget at the current moment, just let us know. Doesn't need to have an ownership. It just needs to be running.
All Terrain TV had one for sale, but we'd have to go to the States and get it.
That's not that bad.
No.
We can go to the UP and just ride it.
That's exactly. Yeah.
$10 trail pass or whatever it is.
Yeah, Mike's itching to get out too. He's hoping to get some snow here at the farm, but they've got nothing.
Sorry, you got a few more good weeks of bike riding still to do, Mike.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's all we got for today. I mean, it's we didn't quite get an hour in. We can keep going here, but let's keep the conversation going. Anyone in the chat?
You guys better up your game. 6 people left. Drew put on the wig. I'm not putting that wig on. I barely liked that was even near me in that car. I don't know where he got that from. I don't know where he dug that out of.
Found one for $500 US
with an additional sled,
a Formula 3. I looked at a Formula 670 the guy had today for $600, and it was sold before I could get down there and pick it up. So, yeah, Pete
68 Olympic for sale.
Pete picked up that dude for $30 at the Peterborough show, and it runs. Yeah.
You don't even know what that sled is, though.
Yeah,
it's
all
just a
68
pile.
Olympics need cogs. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd love that. Like, Furry's got a real nice one on his front deck, which I could just go over. We could go over and get that and take that to Haliburton Forest. You know,
I know a guy who doesn't leave his barn locked. He's got 2 sleds that aren't going to move. Should be able to find a Yamaha. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, not around here. A Yamaha under $600.
Up north, yes. In the States, yes. Not here.
Yeah, here it's slim pickings. Even the one I was looking at wasn't.
They're
perfect.
piles. They're stumps.
Yeah,
they were ran when parked.
Yeah, I have that twice in the crank alone. What a deal! For real, one you got to put on the wig.
I don't even know where it is. Is it down here?
It's upstairs. I can
surprised it hasn't been lost.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, go get the wig.
You
if
sing,
it's so,
you sing a song for the.
If it's sing a song, if it's so important for you to go. What else is going on? Yeah.
Me.
Or you can be like little Justin that came with find a mint SRX 700 for $1,000 US. Yeah, does it come with carbides though? Oh man. Well, the set's falling apart behind me. I didn't even notice. What's going on here?
I don't know whether you guys like me as a brunette. Do you guys like me as a brunette, or do you like the Janet from Three's Company look? There we go.
Wayne's World, party time. Excellent.
We'll get him out. There we go. Mike Gulitz can wear this one. He can be.
Oh my gosh! There's
yeah.
That's a look.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's such a look.
What happened when I was gone? What an attractive woman. Oh my God! You can. Justin came to Canada. He found a mint SRX 700.
But I said, and then I said, did it have carbides though? Like,
yeah, really, he doesn't like carbides.
No, he doesn't like them anyways. Only on the right ski he'll put them.
Yeah, an SRX 700 would be awesome, or a Firecat,
like a true blue head with triple pipes would be. Oh, and a Firecat F7. You can get one for under $1,000. I mean,
you wouldn't get one for that. 2,500.
Blown up for under $1,000.
Yeah,
all blown up at $2,500 as soon as you start riding it.
Any snow in Sudbury? We had that conversation, and what was the verdict? Like,
nope.
Like few 8 inches or something like
few
that.
Inches.
So
8 inches is more than they had when we were trying to ride there last year. But
yeah, true. But they did have a base though.
They did have snowmobile trails in the ITG as well.
Yeah, Uncle Buck loves the Rupp.
Yes,
it is there. It is there in the little picture. I love that too.
Yeah, why were we even looking at a Lynx at Energy Powersports, Uncle Buck?
When you got a Rupp,
you can bring that to lodge sessions.
He has a sweet Polaris 650 too.
We'll eventually.
Wisco wants some. Yeah, matching F7 that matches F120. You got an F120 orange. Yeah, love it.
That'll be on the list of things at the lodge sessions. Maybe even not this, but the next year we'll do if we plan extra days, we could do a vintage ride out or something. Everyone brings old iron.
Yeah. Yes, Sled too. We're going back to Sportsman's Lodge this
Detail.
year.
Have you? We haven't really sent anything out
because I think it's full. So, but not full, but the main lodge is. But if you want
that
in,
tower back,
or I think you're up there, Sled tube, so you could ride with us. The 14th. Friday the 14th to the 17th. That's what it is.
Dates. Is it the 14th to the 17th? It's Friday to Tuesday of the Family Day weekend here in Canada.
Chris Watson says 2026 he'll be there. Well, we won't. You know, we're coming to Quebec to your place in 2026.
And you're going to feed us all 40 of us.
We might be back there. We'll see.
14th through the 18th is what it is of February.
There you go.
Farmers Fields
in Bradford, Ontario, 1970 plus on a rub. Yeah. Chris
deal.
Says deal for sure. And you
might want to start cooking now.
Exactly. Yeah. Him and Mike Leitz can be the chefs of the weekend.
Yes.
That would be a good time.
Honestly, as much as it sucks, if Mike crashes a sled again, at least you know we're going to get fed well at lodge sessions.
He's not going to crash this year. He's got some good carbides, and he's going to be all set up.
He's got to got to talk to Accelerated Technologies there, bud. Get the tuning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. At least get some tips on how to get started on that. Anyway, I don't know whether he took his wife some chocolate yet to get in the door of that, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So that's about all I know. Sportsman's Lodge, yep, it's going. It's those dates. All Terrain TV picked up a 450 quad in late summer. Should be studded soon because they'll have good ice before that. Yeah.
Ice Fisher, I assume then?
Oh, no, Ice Ripper. Yeah.
Oh, just to drive on the ice. Oh, like a 450 like race quad maybe? Like a TRX
did
or
have good
DS?
Black Friday deals. I sent the ad to my buddy Dino, and he went to town, bought everything for his new sled.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he got
after going for the higher package sled anyways, he went and got all the stuff for it as well.
Well, he got dual rate front springs, you got a dual rate back spring, you got track link, you got bigger torsion springs for it. So yeah.
What's that say?
Wisco says, I think you need some crock pot food at a bar in the UP. I think you're right. You know. Just kidding.
He got an 06 quad racer 450.
Yeah,
nice.
That's rare. See, these Americans, they get all the good stuff down there.
06 quad racer.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a nice, he'll be set up nice before the Sportsman's Lodge. That's awesome.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think that's all the Mike G and I turned vegan. I would believe that when I seen it. Yeah.
You weren't at the Muskoka vintage race. Right.
It was all.
If you thought his meat bag was big at Sportsman Lodge, you ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Did you guys have all your trails? Yeah, we do. Our club, New Dundee Snowmobile Club, did finish up what we have to do this weekend. I think we have a few small sections of brush to clean up, but other than that, I think that they're pretty much ready for snow.
Yeah. Set up at Sportsman's is fire. It is. Yeah. It's a pretty awesome place.
Heading to the Land of Lake Effect Thursday for first rip on the 25 Comp Turbo.
Nice. That's sweet.
Land of Lake Effect being probably the UP.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think Corey said their trails were all in because I was out staking when I texted him on the weekend, and he said they were all done. Had a few guys out to finish it. Yeah. But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to Sportsman's Lodge. That snow got me pumped. Got blowing leaves at the cottage, got me stoked a few weeks ago. And oh yeah, because it was cold in the air, and you know, you're getting ready and had the heaters on and everything. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, Corey says they're all done. 3+ feet is he says it's unreal for Wisco is. Yeah. There will be lots of trees down with that big snowfall.
Yep.
I mean, we were riding like Odie would be probably better to answer it himself, but we were riding the ATVs down the trails behind our place.
That was Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees down.
Big trees down. Big trees.
And you know, that's a thing. It's like, even when we were riding with Mike in June on the trails that the Scora share, there was a lot of trees down and big ones. Like, you'll need a crew to get them out of there. That's for sure.
First year for EFI, all stock unmolested. That's a good way of putting it. Nice, man.
Tomorrow's my last day of work for the season. Hopefully Haliburton's open soon. I'll be there right away. Yeah, we're hoping for the weekend. You know, that would be fun if we can get a gang up there this weekend.
Anybody we might need an extra sled, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Mine's not in yet, so
we're praying for a miracle.
That's right.
But apparently you should have ordered an XRS turbo this year, because you would have already had it about a month ago.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But we'll find something for sure. Had a line on
I think
what was that Yamaha for $2,000? Oh no, it was an Arctic Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That power, we don't want that. That was a T660. So
the T660. So I could have got one for Odie's old sake, right? Greg Kelly's got one for me. Well, shoot me an email. That'd be awesome.
It would be cool if we could figure this out. You know, if Haliburton opens up with enough time that we can all coordinate. Obviously, passes are limited every single day. I was honestly thinking of doing last year. What we did is we didn't go on Saturday knowing how busy it was going to be. And I instead bought us passes on Thursday morning for Sunday, because Saturday was pretty much I think Saturday was already sold out as well. So I instead bought passes for Sunday because I knew it was going to be less busy. And it was less busy. So that might be the plan again. Also gives us an extra day to get our trailer ready, because we might have a bent tongue and some other issues. We went to where the snowmobile trailer's been stored for the past like 2 months, and T pointed out to me how badly it needs some work.
It was always a little bit bad, but it's not bad, but it can be shored up a bit. We can strengthen it. It's not an issue. It just needs a little bit of love.
It's Haliburton, a private trail. Haliburton Forest is separate from the OFSC, so yeah, technically it's private trail. It has their own year pass. You can get a year pass for it's an ATV snowmobile multi-use all year round. And yeah, you just have to buy a separate pass. So we just buy day passes when we go. I think it's $80 a pass for the day, $50 a pass. It's not that expensive, but it's kind of one of those things with the year pass. It's pretty much the same as your OFSC. So if you're not in the area, we don't find it worth buying a year, but we love going up there for that first snowfall, because they open first, because it's all logging road, no lakes, no swamps. It's all wide open, very flat, and
nice
like
and
not tight like this. It's more Quebec, where it's big, flowy, and yeah, it's nice and wide. So
yeah, it's about $50 a day. Yeah,
it's worth it to go for that first to shake that.
$199 for the year, maybe, or one. I'm not sure what.
It's a great way to scratch the itch. And you know what? And now I'm all about it too. After what happened last year to us, where we almost lost the entirety of the snowfall in Southern Ontario. If we didn't go to Haliburton that weekend before and had the injector go on my sled and we were in Haliburton, we would not have had it fixed for that next week at Furry, because Furry started getting so backed up. So it's good for that reason too. Go get your sled shaken down. You don't know, even if it's a brand new sled. We found in Kirkland Lake -40, very sadly, what can happen to even brand new sleds. Things can just go wrong. So it's always a good place to scratch the itch if you're planning on riding Quebec or Ontario for the rest of the year.
The trail is mint trails all the time you go. It's pretty good.
And they groom, and because it's just them, they groom it pretty much. Like, it's always between your days. Like, that's the thing. We were kind of worried last year, because when I bought the passes for Sunday, everybody in there, because it was late, it was second weekend of January, so it was late start, and everybody on social media was like, oh, I'm going Haliburton this weekend. What's the snow like? Oh, I already bought my pass for Saturday. And it's like, we were worried about what we were going to find Sunday morning, but everything was nice and smooth. There was a few, I'd say there's maybe one or two bad spots, but other than that, the trails were mint on the second day.
Yeah, and then that thing Buck said, do they still only allow 100 sleds? And that's it. It's 100 sleds as well, so it doesn't get overly busy.
Well, we have 60 people in here right now, so that's 62 with us two.
Yeah,
sure.
I'd say it's well groomed. It was broken. The one, I don't know, that was last year.
It was the year that we went in 2022. One of their groomers were broken.
One of the groomers were broken. So it was good, but it wasn't like the traditional experience.
How many? 300 kilometers?
Yeah, I want to say
330.
Yeah, it's pretty good riding too. There's a couple lookout spots.
It's not one of those places. It's not like you go A to B and then you go back to A. It's all big loops, so you can start right at the main starting spot and then kind of branch off. But it's all just huge, interconnected like loops and different offshoot trails. And like me and him found like the little, like they have nice wide, me and dad last year found like they're like smaller club size trails. And we were like pretty much breaking snow when we were up there too, because it had some good snowfall. So it's not a lot of trails. However, you can make a really good day or couple days out of it if you're going to stay, because you can get like the little cabins that are on site too, which are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You can make a couple good days out. And then they have at the main area, they have gas as well as a full restaurant, which is amazing. It's been changed, I think, in the past couple of years too, because when we went a couple of years ago, it was different than what it was now.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's got a great restaurant on site there too. So everything's right there. So you just park up for the day. You can get gas with them, go ride.
Great restaurant there. The Bachhaus brew pub or whatever it is. It's awesome. Smokehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cody said he'd love to go, but his club's doing bridge work this weekend. He's with the Hill and Gully Riders.
Which bridge is it? The not 55. Is it the bridges that are in like the tall trees, like towards where I crashed that few years ago? I wonder. There's a couple wooden bridges in there that is probably getting a little rickety. Oh, and the one that crosses that really terrible swamp right by our cottage probably needs to get fixed. It always does. Well, good luck on that this weekend, Odie.
I guess you need a way to book in advance. Yeah, they usually put it out there and you can buy tickets ahead of time. It's a ski tag, just like you have a ski hill.
You put it on your put it on your bars or on your coat.
Just fold around on your coat and away you go. I wouldn't make the trip from Quebec to ride there
for a day, especially not.
I actually wouldn't make a trip from Quebec to ride anywhere in Ontario except for lodge sessions, just only because of the people, not the trails. You know.
Yeah, like they'll put on their Facebook and Instagram when they're gonna put the trails live, like when they're opening, and then you just had to get in. It's first come, first serve.
Yeah, you know where Shithouse Corners is by Deerhurst.
Yes, yeah, okay.
The one by the clubhouse.
Yep. I know which one that is then, yep. That's like the very end of the Hill and Gully Reach before it switches to what's that northern one? I can't remember the one that does the Oxton, Oxbow Lake area and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, that's cool. Good luck on that, Odie.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some trails pop up there on the map. You want to show that, Donald?
Oh my gosh, boys! Yeah, all righty,
we'll put one up.
We'll put the photo email on this computer. Maybe that should be our. So if you guys don't know the way that we almost, it would be fun. Maybe we should do like a short or something to show you guys how this is. But we have one computer here, which is what you guys are watching us on, the microphone and everything, and then we actually have a second computer that we always run fan photo off of that's hooked up. So
yeah.
If you wonder why it's always so difficult.
This song here is Feeding the Ducks, which we'll call it Feeding the Geese for this one. Feeding the geese?
In there feeding the geese.
I don't hear it though.
Maybe it just got...
Oh, there it's playing. It's a little poppy. We can crank it up a bit here. Okay, where were we when I was rudely interrupted? I've seen this photo before. That's really John Lennon.
Yeah, it is.
Great.
What the heck?
Rock history being made right here.
Yeah, the death of the Eagles, really.
Even the geese. Jingle. It's funny because when we were usually is connected through iCloud.
Don't be sending us any pornographic images. Can we stop that now? Is it done?
Yeah, we're stopping. Have we got this here? There we go.
And it's a YouTube video screenshot from Streetsville.
It is. That's right.
Look at that.
I got still that wig hair all over me. Okay, so what does he say there? He's super cheesy. Yeah. Let me see here. Where did it? He said John and Yoko on 1969 as a guest of Ronnie Hawkins. Rockin' Ronnie. Yeah. That's a sweet machine. That's what we need to find. One of those bad boys.
You can ride it.
Yeah, I would ride that all day long. It would be full circle. That's what I started
Yo,
on.
Mike pole dancing.
Yeah, Mike pole dancing. That's super cheesy.
Sounds like they got 70. Oh man, the wig would go.
Low key slaps.
That's.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh. Yo, Mike pole dancing. Keep your heart rate down, Greg. This is awesome. I didn't think we were gonna.
No, it's all fun time with the boys in the chat. That's for sure. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. I have seen that picture before, but that's right. It was with Ronnie Hawkins. You know, Greg Kelly's probably got a few Ronnie Hawkins albums at home. Would you say so? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hell, if I got Rat albums in my room, that he better have a Ronnie Hawkins room. 5-1. Someone just popped in at the.
Yeah. What's up, boy?
Yeah.
We are ending the show. Yeah, 519 Grover. Love that nickname. That's cool. I'm not sure when it's coming in. Should be any day, maybe any week. I don't know. I usually get them around Christmas, if that's any indication.
Real kick in the knackers, bro.
It is when there's trails open, but this might be just a flash in the pan. So
I'm buying 2 tickets regardless if you have a sled. I'm putting down that you're bringing a 1996 Formula 3, so you got to find one.
I'm stopping to Uncle Buck and grabbing his Rob. That's what I'll do. Yeah. So,
Gary, it's Rob out.
There we go. Nice. Welcome aboard, Rob.
Must be a Rob that you know.
519 Grover, of course. Is it Polaris, Rob? Is that a new handle for you? Did you get rid of the Polaris and had to go with
got a Rocky Rap?
Yeah, he's a bit late.
Have Rocky and Bull. Oh my gosh. Do you have a Rocky Rap for it so you can have the Rocky and Bullwinkle show?
That would be awesome.
New idea for his 2025 maybe. We'll do squirrel teeth on it instead, just two little buck teeth.
That's right.
We'll put it like we'll do like the windshield in blue like the cap. Oh my gosh, that'd be funny.
Outdoor Hobby Guys is down for a trip during the holidays. Rob Oberholt said, "Not me. No, I think it's Rob Polaris Rob.
Polaris Rob.
Is it? Lepoinski's going to get down to it, and and if it is Polaris,
don't forget the helmet. Yeah,
that's right. Yes,
the flight goggles.
Yeah, the squirrel did have the little helmet with the goggles. Yep. I think we have goggles at the cottage. We can make her work, Uncle Buck. Drop her off. Yeah. Yeah, Mount Valin looked good. Outdoor Hobbies Guide's video, his third video, I think it is, came out last weekend, and it looks awesome there. Oh, Uncle, right on. Yeah, Rob Groves. He was supposed to be on the screen tonight.
Oh,
I wouldn't have thought he was 519 Rob, though. There we go. That's awesome.
So maybe he's from this area then.
Possibly, unless he's just being that so he doesn't have 705 in this title. I don't know. Love it. Well, welcome aboard, Rob.
That's me. My bad. No worries.
No, very cool. We're just ending the show soon because we're running out of things to talk about. No,
yeah, I saw some people. I saw a video on Facebook, probably people riding on the closed trail, but I saw videos from Mount Valin. There's a good amount of snow there, white gold there.
60. It's probably better conditions than when he was there at the end of the year right now.
Just thinking end of December.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully we're all riding by then, Could be one of those years.
Too bad Sledhead is no longer with us. He'd make a great guest. Very true.
We did have him on. He was just in his new persona. That's all.
What are you?
Jeff Steenbacker.
Oh.
Yeah. He's Sledhead.
Yeah.
That's why that sled went for $30. That's a part of history right there. That rednecks and dirty hands.
I forgot that we had Jeff on the show. That was last year, wasn't it? Last year
it was like 3 years ago.
No, we had Jeff on like last year, 2 years ago.
No, not last year. Maybe 2 years ago. I think it was 3 seasons ago though. We had Steenbachers on. Yeah. He didn't talk. Well, that's right. Yeah, that was the best part about it. Yeah. No, that's cool. Now I won't keep you guys all night. Thinking we're looking at early start of the season in my area. Last year they started January 17th. Usually, like for us, we're not riding until that 3rd week of January. Well, unless it's Haliburton Forest, and then your Boxing Day.
OFSC, we're not riding.
First week of January last year, you know. OFSC is not usually till 3rd week. So,
well, I'm thinking of Haliburton now, and right after the holidays, I'm heading up to Cockermouth. Well, if you go up to Haliburton, if they open, you're going to go up this weekend, Mike. Let us know what day you're thinking.
Yeah,
we'll coordinate.
You can babysit my son.
Yeah, how's that? You better have it.
I'll sit in the pub for the day.
I mean, you could bring ATVs. We'll bring the Wolverine with us.
Yeah, I could bring the ATV up for sure. 5 to 6 feet of snow in upstate New York. I seen that. Did you see the video of the person they're in the Buffalo Bills stadium?
Oh, I saw the picture. I saw pictures of the Buffalo Bills game. Yeah, where it was all the snow.
It's pretty crazy.
Sunday. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. I'll text you. Yep. We'll just keep an eye on the channels, everything.
Yeah.
Hope we can ride in the south this year. Well,
I know.
Promising already. If you have trails in your area.
Yeah. Actually, Southern Ontario looks good for the trail maps.
The fact that we can't ride from here to New Hamburg right now is a bit of a kick in the knackers.
Yeah, but that's fine. It'll open up.
Again, I'm saying I'm just going to ride where I know the trail used to be. LFSC can kiss my ass.
It's like when we were up in Durham last year, and and it was like, man, these trails are awesome. And you look on the BRP Go, oh, they just closed. Yeah. Oh yeah, you should come down, Mike. If we get some good snow, definitely come down and go for a rip. My dream of riding from home here to the cottage is
still alive.
Is it? You think it'll be open? There'll be enough trail?
If Barrie decides that they're not going to open up any more snowmobile trails, then we can't. There's a significant split right now between Southern Ontario and Northern because Barrie has nothing. So
yeah,
it's only a 400-kilometer ride. So you pack a sleeping bag and some change of clothes, and you just go up for the weekend, stay at the cottage, turn around, go back home. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
you could do it on a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ganaraska Forest was one too that you could go and ride as a private forest. Yeah, Barrie decides that they're not gonna. Don't know what that means, but hopefully they get a workaround Barrie.
Southern Ontario ain't no snow down here is right.
Yeah,
not in years.
No, just stay away. We did a lot of miles here even last year. Plattsville to I'm gonna put that video this week.
2 days.
Plattsville to Durham, and
put the wheels on when you go through Brampton. I think does QUALIPIECES make a ballistic shield yet?
Put the wheels on. The greatest trip I ever did. One DC says the greatest trip I ever did was starting just south of Perry Sound and right around Lake Superior.
That's pretty cool.
7 days. That'd be wild. Yeah. What's some of the wildest trips you guys have done? You know, as far as big days and stuff goes. That's a big one.
We only did like an accidental 600 kilometers the one day up at the cottage. We started that was when we went with Dino and that crew. Yeah. And we started like 7 a.m. We didn't get back to our cottage till like 9. Then we went over to his place to shower and everything. We looked, did like 620K that day or something.
Yeah, that was a wicked day. Yeah.
We have aspirations of going to French River from our cottage as well, which would be like a 500K day.
That would be wild.
That would be not even that bad. You just hit the Seguin Trail. You'd be there in like 30 minutes. You'd be to that side of Ontario, like between obviously Algonquin and us, and there, and you just go north, hit the C, past the Jolly Roger and stuff.
Yeah, good on Mrs. Uncle Buck. Her and Uncle Buck did the wrap one year. That's something else we have to add to the list, you know. But the not do it in a day like Jinxie did.
No, I think I might do it in a
couple days, you know.
I think doing it in a day would be fun.
A lot of fun. But you know, there's a lot of riding around. I want to go to Long Lake
Is Halfway Haven even going to open this
Hit
year?
up Halfway Haven to Hearst.
I don't
trip
think
on
Halfway
Christmas
Haven's
this year.
opening anymore. I think that I already saw a post on Facebook, somebody asking, someone just said pack gas cans. I don't think Halfway Haven even exists anymore. Because that was the whole snow train thing and everything that they don't do anymore. Oh my gosh.
Wisco went on a trip where a lady of the night wanted to ride on a snowmobile for the first time. Wasn't with me, but she rode 40 miles in fur boots and a fur coat jacket. Wish we would have got pictures.
Even if you got
That
pictures,
is
that's still an
hilarious.
unbelievable story.
Yeah.
Are you serious? It's those Wisconsin bar hoppers.
Yeah, that's wild.
100 miles
Lady
on
of
a
the night. That's what I said. We're on the same wavelength.
Lady of the night,
That's
friends
what
of
I
the
said.
road. What's 100 miles on a RXL 650? Ooh. There you go.
One day I'll do the Route Blanche. 570
Oh.
kilometers, northern Quebec to Newfoundland, Labrador. That would be wild. That'd be a good run.
Maybe one day we'll do the Cottage to Quebec.
Masser said, sorry for the late entry. You had to put up Christmas lights.
He is doing family.
are
Boo.
Dad,
I missed the old Massart that just talked
Yeah.
about sleds.
Yeah, that's
Dad
right,
of the year.
exactly.
The #1 dad mug.
Morning.
Anything under the fur coat.
Probably wasn't a whole lot, if I'm guessing. Yeah. Throwing Sparks says Bruce crossing UP to
Copper
Copper
Harbor.
Harbor in
Snowcross
snowcross
style.
Whoops.
Whoops.
He said it was a spine pounder.
Copper Harbor looks like a cool spot to ride.
Yeah.
Maybe one year we'll do UP, but it seems like one of those things you'd have to plan basically a week and do everything you want to do.
Yeah. RXL is basically an EFI XLT. Yeah.
Huh. So that would be early thousands then? Or
Yeah.
something? Best
519 Grover says best trip was 4 days in Cochrane despite my brand new Polaris fouling 30-something plugs FML. Yeah. We've seen
Extra lettuce, tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not extra light triple, extra lettuce, tomatoes.
Lights must have been on. Yeah. That
This
was
year, LOL, make her happen.
Yeah, you'll have to go out and find that hooker or hire one.
No, that's about the
Yeah.
UP trip idea. That's
yeah.
out of the snack bracket. Maybe in a couple years. That's something I'd have to save for, but at that point, I might as well just do a BC trip instead.
Yeah, you better make sure that Trump gets Trudeau straightened in line because our dollar's tanked again more.
And they want
we're going to be paying the Americans to come. You'll be doubling your money. Oh, what's $40? Here's all your services, and here's 80 back. Yeah, our dollar's gone really bad this year. Yeah. Mike Lee says, for me, Cochrane never disappoints. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know about Cochrane. It's just for us. Oh my gosh.
I just exited by mistake. Exchange rate is brutal. Yeah, it's worse than ever right now. Yeah, you guys will be laughing when you come up here in February if it's still the same way. It's insane.
I'm not gonna be laughing when the price of goods goes up 150%.
They won't. That's just leverage for Trump to get our borders tighter. That's all.
Still have my free dance ticket for the Eagle.
All Train TV says, I think I still have my free dance ticket for the Eagle River Strip Club. No pants and helmet staying on for that one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm doing Cochrane this year. I think it's this is the year for it. You got to show me it, Mike.
You can go to Cochrane. I'm going to Mount Valin.
Yeah, that's right. God, it's almost like that, eh?
It's like... I'll just go back to Quebec.
You can go less distance and go to Quebec.
All the videos I've seen of Cochrane are just really underwhelming.
I don't know. I think you got to be there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I do have a guy shirt. I'd like to do the Cochrane.
So, yeah, this is what I'm afraid of. Sled Tube says Cochrane's a bit overrated compared to Quebec. That's what I'm kind of afraid of, but I got to try at least once.
Gotta go get some.
I do have a guided trip from Cochrane, Moosonee, Saskatchewan, and back to Cochrane, January 20th. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Bill McCleary says going to the States now is expensive, deadly with exchange.
Oh, we got pretty screwed on our on our heydays trip.
It wasn't bad.
$1.40, $1.39.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. 139 exchange.
Yeah, we paid, I think, retail for that used bumper by the end of the day, you know.
I'll try everything once sometimes if $20 is involved. All right, Master. I see you.
New Brunswick is definitely on the list as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this year, but that's that when I had that guy on the show, I really want to see what New Brunswick is about. And it's very affordable to ride as far as the permits go.
An hour north of Timmers.
He says, hey, Chris, Cochrane's in Northern Ontario. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like an hour north of Timmins, very close to Quebec, and everyone speaks French there. There you go.
Even the hookers?
Yeah. If you want to take one out on your sled, I'm sure you'd find Toothless Mary up there.
Brought her back to what's the main hotel? I can't remember the name. I brought her back to the hotel and she was a polar bear.
That's right.
All the layers. No. Gotta go to JR's and get some wings.
Yeah. I think it'd be a good time. I want to see that fire tower that Galitz has got in one of his videos or a couple of his videos. I think that would be cool to see. Because you don't think
that would be another place I'd have to go for a few days. I want to also go see the Snowmobile Museum that's in Cochrane as well.
The Snowmobile Museum would be great, right?
What about the free weekend 4-day trips? Oh, that's just talking about.
Yeah.
I'll sponsor lodging for UP. They have a free weekend for their cheap. They're already giving their trail pass away. Then they bring out a free weekend.
No, it's going to be sponsored by Mass Art TV.
What about a free weekend?
I will read
next year. Now I see why Cochrane's so popular, Mike.
Mike wants to go to JR's too. There we go.
Well, now it's all adding up.
Says, let's go. Yeah.
Next year, boys. Next year. I'm still in when I'm out of school. It's easier.
We'll get you there.
Yeah. I'm not a summer vacationer, so I know how many vacation days I get when I get a job. It's all about blowing them off in the winter.
Throwing Spark says New Lisker to Cochrane was always a favorite. That would be a good rip.
That's good
for sure.
Yeah, furthest north we've been is Kirkland Lake, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cold.
I want to do the Sudbury to Shining Tree run.
I know. I think that's where we got to go this year. Is go north.
It's a big trip with a big group, though.
Yeah,
they gotta be ready to ride.
Oh, we're ready to ride.
I want to go visit my buddy that's up at there. Ketchikan to Lake Lodge.
Definitely, when we come to Quebec, we'll hit you up, Chris, for sure. Make sure you keep those meatballs on.
Bang ditches, not bartenders.
That's right.
Did your wife put you up to that sentence?
I always hope to see Shania Twain. Yeah, that's up in Timmins.
Timmers, bud.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Just reading through the chats, making sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah, she used to sing at Deerhurst back in the day. That's where she got her start, for sure.
I'm wanting to ride out of Elliott Lake for a while.
Yeah, Elliott Lake's a neat area.
Master says that should be a sticker. I assume when he said All Terrain TV said that, yeah, we should make those.
They should be, right?
We should make those.
Yeah. We could probably do that. Mike says, never done a backpack ride, too much electronics. I don't know if I would like it. I like the idea, but we just have too much stuff to carry around. Yeah, I'd make it work. Man, I shouldn't carry around any electronics after all the footage I lost on that I found out that I lost last week. Talked to Mike about that too. So still working on trying to figure out where the hell that stuff went, but we'll find it. Maybe we won't.
Anyone news about BC trip? Oh, about the BC trip.
No,
shows back.
No, I haven't talked to John Luke about that, but yeah, no, I don't know if that will happen or not. We'll see. Carry stuff, less stuff, and let's go. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It does happen, Mike. We used to use GoPros, and with GoPros, you always lose more footage than you gain.
Exactly.
So we know the pain. It just sucks that when it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I actually stuck one of the camera SD cards in this thing called Disc Drill, and it actually found all the files from the one camera. We had 3 cameras going that weekend.
So you don't know where the 360, you don't know where my footage
The
is.
360's all there.
So it's just my camera somehow just disappeared.
No,
so it has to be the SD card you lost.
No, my camera isn't there, and the other big camera.
The Sony is missing.
The Sony's missing, and
which is the one I was running.
No,
you had the DJI.
They're all, both action cameras are missing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, he's doing pretty good with the GoPro. I heard the new ones are better though. The 12 and up, 10 and up. The only thing he's lost.
He's buying more sleds.
Did he?
I'm
telling the
bought a 98 Mach 1 number 10.
What? That's all right.
$250.
Oh my God, that's.
Can you put it into a crate and ship it to us? It's probably
we'll
cheaper than what we can buy for one here.
Yeah, for sure. Even with the exchange, that's a good. That's a good deal. Number 10. Yeah, you better buy that. That's too good of a deal to pass up. Should I just make the spare bed up at my house?
He's got a Masterup's got a big enough shop to sleep in. There's enough sleds to keep him warm in there.
No, the Hero 3 to 7s were the bad ones. The 8, I think they didn't get good until Hero 10, actually, to be honest. And I think Mike has a 2 12s, I believe, is what he's got, or a 10 and a 12, and they seem to be pretty solid.
No,
cameras.
she's okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, when the sled is cheaper than a week of groceries, then she can't exactly be too mad
She's
at
seen
the
how
price.
much his truck costs to fill up. She's okay with it.
Oh, heck.
Who's kidding who? Right?
She also probably still thinks that his 850 stock.
His biggest fear is one day he'll die and she'll sell everything for what he told her he paid for it.
Those Michigan price or those Wisconsin prices, you don't have to lie.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Here we go. We made her an hour and a half tonight, where I thought it was going to be a half an hour.
2/10 and 1/8.
Yeah, 2
10s and a 1/8, and they've all worked fine. I tried the 11. The mic does not work in the helmet, so I gave. Oh, wow.
That's kind of good to know. There you go. But yeah, it's no, we're trying. Drew and I were getting our electronics, getting our comms figured out today, and got some new stuff coming for it, and that should be here before Christmas. And
then we can talk about that too, because it's a small update to some of the Uclear stuff. So we'll talk about that, and we're going to try to figure out. We have a coupon code we're going to get figured out on Uclear's website as well.
Yeah, Uclear changed their website, so my coupon code doesn't work anymore. If anyone's got it. But when it does come back online, I'll make sure everybody gets that.
No, we have not snowed in the Ottawa area, but every time we go see my sister in Ottawa, we talk about bringing the sleds if we ever go in the winter to ride, because it looks like it's there's some good little areas. It looks like mostly fields, but there's some forests and stuff too.
1,300 subscribers now? That's awesome. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, 13,000 and growing. It's pretty amazing. How fast this thing's blowing up lately. So that's pretty cool.
Guy lost longer than 3 because has no features. No kidding.
Yeah. I don't know. The best hero I had was that Hero 2. That thing, the battery lasts all day and not lost footage, but it didn't have any stabilization. So it
did 1080 60 FPS.
Yeah, it did.
But no stabilization. So the footage. I mean, the GoPro Hero 3, and even I have a Hero 3 Black as a camera that I got for free, and it has no stabilization either. So it wasn't until the 4 they came out with actual proper stabilization.
Yeah, for sure.
Your pricing.
Well, thanks, man. No surprise. You guys had great content and are funny to watch at times. I agree. Just at times.
Wait, Chris, where's the great content? I don't know this. What channel are you seeing this great content on?
We've actually just decided we're just going to put out crap content from here on out because it seems to do better. Yeah. Yeah. There's hardly ever any snow in Ottawa. They've got that long bridge I want to ride over that goes from Ottawa to Quebec. I think that would be kind of cool. But when we came home from Quebec last year from the free weekend, and it was sunny and hot and puddles and wetness, and it was just crazy how warm it was in Ottawa. And
There's snow on the ground.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. We'll leave out the Toronto show. I know it was pretty bad, but people watched it. I don't know. I don't get it. Don't understand it. Yeah, the Hero 11, they ran all day long. Great stabilization, great sound, great picture. It worked out in the freezing. Had to keep it going in -40. Works really good now. Cool. Yeah, I think they're all making good product, you know. Can't complain. That little old Sony that Drew wore dirt bike in his.
That is the best action camera.
It was a good camera.
I
like my new one too. I like my new. I've used the DJI for my new one. Yeah, I mean, all my drones are that too. So it at work and everything. So it all speaks the same language, so to speak. Yeah, Pembroke, north of Ottawa, has terrific trails. It's a lot more north. You know,
that's part of the wrap.
I love the top of the park, right? Like that top A is an amazing trail. I love riding it. Mattawa is an area we haven't done in a while.
Did you
well,
look
2
at the
years.
RTG?
Yeah, but two years ago, it'll come back.
3 years ago. No, it's been way longer than 2. We've not gone since 2019.
Really?
Mattawa. Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, Brian Lynn for 100 kilometers we did.
Yeah, we
I
didn't
barely
really
count that.
ride.
I didn't even
Yeah.
see the trails.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We can't count that.
There's like 70 kilometers we did that day or something like that. Probably one of the worst rides we've ever had.
Yeah. Battery stuck in the cold weather.
I thought he said it was a Mach 1.
It's a Mach Z.
What's a Mach Z?
No, he said Mach Z. He did. Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah.
Cool. Good little. And you're saying 250 and you're going to pass that up?
I only watched the Toronto show because I thought I might be in it. I love it. Maybe that's why.
My camera was basically, even though I had it on a tripod, I thought I was holding it like this. It for some reason was all pointed like this, and I don't know why.
It was horrible. It was all shaky, and like I had vertigo when I was watching.
Well, that's because my hand. Well, that's mixture between my camera being effed up in this phone, and I got really shaky hands. So that's a bad mix.
Yes, there is a bridge that Quebec connects to Quebec there as well. Yeah. Enduro batteries for the GoPro are great. He said they last longer and can take more cold. Yeah, I love Petawawa, Deep River, Mattawa, all good, Greg Kelly says. Yeah.
Our Toronto Snowmobile Show video has 1,500 more views than the Heydays video. We're not going back to Heydays. That's a waste of a drive. Are you kidding me? You guys want to walk around the worst snowmobile show on the planet Earth with a camera pointed at the ground, and you're going to watch that over a road trip video where we went all the way to Minnesota for you guys. Jeez.
We'll do better for Heydays next year.
There wasn't enough drinking.
We're unprepared.
There wasn't enough rednecks dirty hands in the.
I think I was too hungover on Saturday to do any shooting, you know.
We're bringing a truck and a trailer next year. We're gonna buy some cheap sleds.
Throwing Sparks wants to know our opinions on the Crown Jewel Skidoo Triple year model.
My favorite's the 93 Formula 3 700 Triple. I love the color. That's the purple ones, the all purple hoods and stuff on them. That's probably my favorite color. 700 Triple. Yeah.
The 600s were nice. The Formula 3s, and I like the Mach 1 700.
Yeah,
I think it's a cool sled. Had one. Wish I would have kept it.
Had one
but there's a lot of things I wish I would have kept. Heydays is crazy.
But non-triple, probably my favorite sled that's old is the 670 HO, the 97. They only made like 400 of or whatever.
The Toronto show, I thought you were shooting in secrecy shots. Were low pointing up. Yeah, I think he had his shoe camera on for sure.
97 Mach Z.
Yeah, 97 Mach Z is a good triple. Yeah. For sure. You can't beat the Yamaha SRX 700, man. That thing sounds good and it's bulletproof. Reliable out the yin yang. You know?
They all were pretty good back then.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you see so many, especially reliable and have the newer hood design.
2000 to 2002 model.
The Millennium Edition Mach Zs are pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
I think those are pretty sweet looking sleds too.
Were they the 809 all-terrain TV? Is that what it was?
The 809s because they were a little bit beefier.
I don't think they were that reliable, to be honest.
I think that's when the sled stopped being reliable.
Yeah.
Like the old ZRT 600s are pretty cool little units as well. And these Polaris triples aren't as good. Skidoo and Yamaha were definitely the best.
Yeah.
They were so reliable.
They were there you go.
The only unreliable Skidoo triple that was ever made was the 1000 Mach Z. That was definitely the 1000 Mach Z.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, for sure.
That was definitely the most unreliable trip. Those were triples, right? Those weren't twins, were they?
Oh, I haven't seen that. Have you seen Doug Butterfield's SRX 700 mod?
Yeah, he's been posting about it on Instagram.
That's when he was starting last year. It sounds sick. Yeah, it's cool.
They don't do any content anymore. It's such a shame.
I know they got to get into that again.
This is the other. Oh, it was a Mach 1. Oh, so the Mach Z he's selling for $6K. This is the Mach 1 that he was talking about.
Oh, well, I'll take that for $250.
It's much dirtier in a much dirtier location. That adds up now.
Yeah.
That was a twin. Yeah. Oh, it was a twin. I thought they were triples.
Yeah. Rub 1000.
Did they really have to make them so fat then for being just a 1000 triple? Jeez, that sled was a piece of garbage.
Yeah, it was a twin.
There was a guy selling a pair of them for $2,000 on Marketplace. They were both blown up.
Really?
Yes, both had bottom ends blown out of them.
Buy it.
Where are you going to find parts for them?
Yeah, really. Was
Can't buy them.
We met in Quebec. Or
the guy in Sudbury said he bought a bunch of crate engines because they don't make the bottom ends. They don't make the long blocks anymore.
The last two, they were junk. Big pistons only last so long. Yeah. You'd buy that and put it
really in. CR500 is kind of that's all it really is. And you would think about at the end of the day, it's two 500s, CR500s, KX500s, YZ500s. They go forever.
It would be like a two Can-Am 500s.
That's the problem. Those are that's your problem there. The old MX500 Euro spec junk. Big pistons only last. Big jugs.
Yeah. That was a 670 that I was going to go look at today too. It was pretty sweet.
We got to get another 670.
And it was purple too.
The 670s are so good.
Yeah, that would have been a neat sled. I didn't like the seat on the back though. That was only
they go forever because no one really uses all of the power. That's true.
Yeah.
On the I think he's talking when I said the CR500. That's very true. Rev 600s last longer than the 8s. 8s, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
600 SDIs and the 600 E-Techs are bulletproof.
Yeah,
that'd be cool to find a 600 SDI and the Renegade or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what Cole needs to get.
Oh, for sure. We all need to pick a beater up.
We'll have a Lodge Sessions vintage sled challenge. I would love. My dream is for next year would be to go to Heydays with a truck and trailer and me and Dad pick up 2 old sleds to ride for under like $1,000. Well, probably under $1,000 Canadian. You could probably actually get something running and driving. I think that would be so much fun.
Yeah. There was a sled that Massart was looking at. That was it a Blizzard, that old 72?
Yeah, that was $800.
They wanted $1,800 here in Canada for it.
Yeah,
and I mean that one was painted, but still it's not.
And there was that 670 HO he was looking at that was $1,800 US. Actually, there's actually a 600 HO that just popped up in Canada today for $1,800 Canadian, and it's in really good shape. But it's probably going to go fast because it's like number 67.
Well, Massart could come up buy that and it would only be like $700.
Maybe I should have sent him the ad.
Yeah,
we could pick it up for him and bring it to Lodge Sessions for him.
Exactly. They have 2 of the 670s in the fleet with over 14,000 miles. Yeah,
those are good.
They were bulletproof. Mine ran like a top when you could keep the spark plug wires up attached to it.
So much power, it blew the spark plugs out of it.
Thing just popped up from City TV saying Gravenhurst continues to struggle from the snowstorm.
My new sled to me is a beater to you guys. All sleds are a fine line between beater and new sled.
A new sled's a beater as soon as you ride it once.
As soon as you put it into the first tree.
Yeah.
Find the first bush. Ride it like a rental.
Oh, 14,000 on each. Yeah, I kind of thought that, right?
Just went outside for a smoke.
It looks like we're good. We just got another 2 inches and it's still
Thanks for the snow report, Mike. You gonna get the 900 turbo out and show us some wheelies?
Yeah, it'll be at the farm though.
Oh right, yeah, forgot now. Yeah, forgot.
I could just go big city by the farm, pick up one of his sleds. I'm sure he's got.
You wouldn't even know
in there.
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a couple sitting in the barn,
but buried in all the bikes.
We know where it is now. Take a bike or two as well. Go.
I might sneak that. I might go rescue that KX 125 he's holding hostage for $1,800.
Yeah. The farm's wide open. Is there, so no winter wheat or anything planted this year?
850's at the dealer.
Are you selling it on consignment or is it getting work done?
What year is that one? I wonder if he's getting like just a warranty engine put in it or something. Just cause, right? Because if his warranty's up, when you'd be like, oh, I'm a new engine.
23, I think that one was.
Yeah, they only do 2-year warranties. I know. No, I went to store it. Oh, lost connection to the ECU. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of weird issues that people have been having with their their 10.25 gauge screens this year on Facebook. Like really weird things. A guy just said today on his 25 Summit that he picked up, Summit X Expert, he did the GPS module and all the updates for it. It was fine. He left it for the day, came back the next morning and started it, and the sled didn't start. And then when it did, the screen wouldn't turn on.
Oh no.
Like he couldn't get it to start, and then when it did, there was no screen, and then he had to go to the dealer. Everyone thinks it's an ECU issue.
Night, lads. Good chatting. Got a chiropractor appointment tomorrow morning before hockey in the afternoon. Nice show, Porter.
Yeah, you got to get those chiropractor appointments all done, so you don't just in case you fall out of the bed this year. Yep. Someone's gonna do it.
Haliburton Forest should be open by the weekend. Rob says, yeah, we're hoping that'll be awesome. Yeah, has anyone tried the Ice Arrowhead TRAC? I have one on order. I'd love to know your opinion when you get it, and send us photos of it as well.
Yeah, please.
Seen a TRAC section at Energy's open house, Energy Powersports open house. The Gamma Powersports had a section. They sell that TRAC, and it's pretty impressive. I mean, for a pre-studded TRAC, it looks pretty insane. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are buying them, Corey.
Yeah.
There's a guy in the 705 group with a 2018 same matching sled to mine, and I left a comment saying put an update back in here when you get the first ride. I'm curious on the 2018.
They're pretty big studs. Like
I would be curious to know if anyone's actually gonna try studding one on top of it. I'd like to know what the review on that would be, because I'm still not.
I don't know.
We had ice rip, but like I know it's not like ice rippers or eye grips, but it's still like, to me, it's still a pre-stud. I feel like having a separated stud is still better.
Yeah, but they're actually pretty high. Like that's the thing. I think it would do pretty good. Yeah, you've seen one, and the angled lugs. I think it's a good idea, right? Yeah, the SRX 700s are hard to beat and live a long life. They're tough to find for a good price around here, though.
Even the VMAX redheads are hard to find.
You actually picked one out, and it was an SXR, which still wasn't too bad. It was a 600, so it was just like that one we seen tonight.
Those are okay.
Which it's an okay sled, but the 700s, when you see them come up, they're gone, and they're usually not cheap. You know.
The Ice Arrowhead TRAC looks sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't spit lugs like the Cobras do. That's all that I hope that it doesn't do, because
it seemed hard.
It seemed hard and really thick. The Cobras are like the width of your finger, and this was more like a rip saw kind of length, but still in a paddle shape. So you're still going to get that benefit in the playful stuff, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you? That mood.
Well, there's actually a rock song we can put behind there for the joy of people. 2-ply pre-studded.
Yeah, I noticed that it was a 2-ply track. Yeah. I did look at that. I wanted to check what it was.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to bring solenoids as a spare? Solenoid issues. Oh.
Yeah.
Wonder if that was because there's the 23s, which sometimes don't start. And a lot of people are putting, like Corey Brock put a recoil kit on his, and his had some starting weird. Like you hit the button, it wouldn't do anything, and then you could just leave the sled and hit it in a few minutes. It'd work. Sometimes it was really
We tried to start it direct off the solenoid, it wouldn't go, so it wasn't solenoid. We bypassed it actually in Sudbury.
Oh yeah, to try to get it. Yeah.
So mine was a glitchy wire in the starting.
But then we just
somewhere in the starting system was something. That was my 23.
Yeah, sorry.
The 24 had no issues.
Oh,
it was a great sled.
Needs just a good setup. That's all.
It seemed like with my my 23, it was like whenever it got cold, it just wouldn't start. Like
You also had shock issues on that 23 as well, like weird things where sometimes it felt like the shock was, even though Smart Shocks felt almost like even the comfort was inconsistent almost. Like
I'm getting heavier torsion springs, I think, this year.
Cool. We'll throw those in when we do. Oh, do you have to take the skid out to do that?
No, you can just drop it down low enough to pop them out.
So just drop the 2 bolts.
Yeah, and then you don't need to get it recalibrated.
Okay, nice.
So there's what they tell me. So I have to ask Adam about that, just to confirm. But if I do,
Adam can do it.
Yeah,
Does he have the new buds yet?
I believe so. Yeah. He's got buds, so I'm sure he.
Don't
can
forget them bogies and springs. Yeah, I'll take a look at my bogies when I'm out there. You know, bogey box.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the show.
Of course. Mine has done that a few times. Yeah. Yeah, if you're solenoid, that's what Corey says. Just start it from the clutch.
They're not too bad to pull. 850s aren't actually that bad to pull over from the primary. We've done it. We've done it in -40. Actually, we pulled them off the primary twice, 3 times.
I wouldn't think the 4-strokes would have that kind of. I guess.
Probably the same parts. It'd be cross
starting as well.
Be cross. Yeah. Effulated.
I also have a spray bottle for cold Tillotsons. Yeah. Can't relate to that with an EFI. Or direct injection.
There's nowhere to spray the ether in.
Yeah,
the liquid fire.
Man, you can't even get the spark plugs if you want to pour some down the hole. You know,
it's 6 torque screws away.
Yeah.
That's why I just get someone else to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. 850 had trouble starting, and that's like mine. My 23. And I had trouble starting the 900. I had battery issues, but yeah, the 23 850, mine was very bad. Like if you recall, Sportsman's Lodge, we were boosting it every day. We went to Quebec with Corey on free weekend, and we charged it all night. Still had to boost it the next day. So there's something out of whack on that one, but you know. Something was up with the Smart Shocks on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the springs were weak or something right from the get-go. But yeah,
what's the discount code for Cyber Monday?
You know, I treat you guys fair. You know, I wouldn't want to. Somebody asked me for a coupon code. They ordered anyway, but I just said to them by email. I said, you know what? It's no fair for the guys that buy every day from me that I give, you know, a discount, you know, on the lights, and they're priced good enough as there is. I make very little on them. It's just a service for you guys. The one problem I am running into is I have to ship everything express right now because the Canada Post is on strike.
Yeah,
so,
it sucks.
If you're in Canada, you're no problem because we have couriers that service that. But in the U.S., there's a delay for sure before it gets down.
Being in Canada Post hell is not fun right now.
Yeah,
I got stuff stuck at the border right now that isn't moving because it's got to ship from Canada Post. It's so dumb.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Kind of just hands are tied on that.
Speaking of B2 Stingers, I always love going into Facebook on all the Gen 4 and Gen 4 owners groups and people going, oh, what's the best LED headlights? And then I always see just a random person, do not know them, and they say B2 Stingers are the best. Get them here, and they link the Moto Jungle link. I absolutely love seeing that.
There's a new version of the Stinger for some of the XS models, the 2017 XS. If you had the glove box extension, you couldn't fit the bulb underneath with the fan on the back. So the new ones are fanless. The fan is built right into the back of the bulb. It's very compact. It's not fanless, but it almost appears that way. And they're pretty slick. I'll call up a picture of one. But
BPS lighting is great. We have full. I have a full lighting kit in my car. He's got a full lighting kit in his truck. And
I'll be doing an install video on this in the next little while. But just
you got to find someone with a Rev XS.
Well, we gotta open it on that. So yeah. Oh, it's a new tab.
Yeah. And what'd you look up to get there?
Here.
I was going to type it in.
Yeah, because I don't have them on my website yet. Because I'm going to put them on when
it's the H4.
It's just.com, and I'll show you where to go there. But
have you been showing this?
Nope, I will as soon as we get it up.
Oh, I appreciate that, Gary. No, like other marketing sled vloggers who just want to sell people stuff.
Why is that?
That's what he said. That's what Sled Kid just
for
said.
sure.
We just stay out of the bullshit's getting a little too thick. Let's move on.
Yeah. No, I just want to show you this.
That one's
kind of cool.
That is neat.
Okay. Can we get that full screen?
Yep. I'll
drag it, save it, and drag it into the PowerPoint, and we'll get it full screen. Yeah, just do like that and hold it right up.
I could have copied it in, but it's fine.
But there it is there. That's the new Stinger. Pretty wild looking. So it's the exact same size as a regular halogen, and there's no clearance issues when you plug it in. So with those ones like the XS where they're underneath those silly caps, that'll be great. So there's gonna be that version. H13 will be coming out, and yeah.
Chris Watson said
cool.
you'll be getting a MUDBRATS kangaroo sweater as soon as the strike is over.
Yeah, that's right. Nice. Love that. Yeah, I appreciate that, Gary. Not like the other marketing sled vlogs. Just want to sell some people stuff. Yeah, for sure. No, there's a limit. That
we run
do.
every single product we push
for
to you
sure.
guys. We don't push crap.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I'm still using that CarPlay screen that we did a review on for motorcycle stuff. You saw that video. That video's got a lot of views actually.
That actually CarPlay the Parky Ride is freaking awesome.
I run it in my car. And we're gonna run it on the bike, and dude, probably it's a great little unit. Honestly, I love it.
I did get that sent to me for free, and I was thinking, man, this thing is gonna be a pile of junk, and it's wicked. Like it instantly connects to the phone. It didn't, like you see me going off road on my bike, and it didn't move. It
doesn't move in my car
amazing.
either.
It's super bright. Like I will ride it on the street. I wouldn't ride it off road like that.
I would be afraid of crashing and cracking.
Oh yeah,
like no different than riding with a phone on your bars.
Yeah.
It's that risk.
Yeah, but no, I mean, if you do crash, it's not as expensive as a phone to replace. You know, it is cheaper than a phone. But yeah, it's that thing's pretty awesome and cheap. A couple $100 right now for one of those. Like I just sent the affiliate link there, so they kick me back a commission if you buy one, but they have like 30 or 40% off right now for Black Friday. And
actually it's December deals.
Sales.
Actually, it's actually a winter sale. It's not just for Black Friday. I think it's actually called a winter sale.
Yeah.
And they're on clearance right now.
And I think their car unit, you can mirror your phone. So you could
BRP car unit, you can actually do screen mirroring. So you could do like your phone. So I'd be interested. Yeah. Cause I think you could
do BRP Go or Polaris Ride Command, and right from your phone.
To try one of those then.
Yeah. So that's the thing. That actual app I was running off road is pretty cool. That Gaia Maps.
Oh yeah.
And then there's actually Onyx as another.
Oh, Onyx off road's big. Yeah, that's one of the
use.
new. That's Seaboy was just pushed that one.
But I heard it's laggy where the Gaia Maps is not. So yeah.
Ooh, what are we talking about? Wraps in the chat? It says my next slide I want to wrap at the veterans theme. I'll be rich that time to you guys when the time comes.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a 4-stroke template, but we'll make it happen. And then Motorsports and I should have an oxygen wrap coming to me. Does he actually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get her done for sure. Got some wrap projects on the go right now.
We also have an Advex sitting in your office right now as well.
Advex.
People keep asking about the one person I should say that's in the chat, maybe still Wisco, keeps asking about a mission wrap.
Well, that's saying I've got another mission somebody wants, but I mean I don't know. I don't have one to actually.
We need one to make the he makes the templates.
Template. I made one, but I don't know if it fits or not.
Just send it. Give it to Wisco. Wisco will tell you. Canada Post will be there in February.
Yeah, for sure. Bring her up.
That'd be cool. We'll bring it with us and we can wrap it on site.
Wraps are easy and they're tried and true. We'll get them done. But yeah, enough about me. But
put the Canadian flag in my oxygen.
Yeah, we can do that. Look at oxygenwraps.ca.
O2 Wraps.
O2wraps.com, I think it is. Motojungle.ca.
Is it both?
Yeah, it's O2 Wraps. There it is
right here.
If you search O2 Wraps, you'll see it.
Sometimes Now did a video on it. That's cool.
Oh, they all did it. Thanks for letting me know about the Canadian Post issue. I signed up for the 1,000 mile challenge in New Brunswick. That's cool. Ordered my trail place well over 2 weeks ago and no sign of it. Yeah, that's probably
no.
That's probably a thing. There you go, Chris.
I wonder if you'd be able to contact them about that.
There you go. You go on to motojungle.ca.
Do you how many examples do you got in here?
Quite a few. There's Corey's original one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We did a Red Bull one. Nice.
I didn't actually do it. It was just a design.
A test one. Okay.
Yeah. It'd be cool to make it. I printed that Polaris one. It's in there somewhere.
There's I remember the yellow one. Is mine in here as a custom example?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's Corey's new one.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So that's cool. That's a sweet one.
Yeah.
The Moxie. I remember this one you did. I remember when you were out. There's Mike
Deletes is probably one of my favorite designs.
Yeah, with the motocross with the motocross number plate on it.
Yeah, and it's got like
whose was this?
Carbon
Just
back.
gonna send it.
I don't remember whose that was.
Someone added that to the back.
But we do all kinds of customization.
Oh, there's Shannon. Shannon's is a nice one too. Yeah. I like what you did with this, and then we made it match your sled.
Yeah.
And then this one's obvious. Oh, that one's cool with the vintage logo.
One. Yeah.
And this one's obviously my favorite.
But if you like what you see there, Chris, we can actually do any custom designs. There's a guy's nickname. He was a paratrooper, so his nickname's Hawk. So I did that for him. And
that's a cool one. Here's Mass Arts.
Mass
Killer
Arts.
Bee.
Now he's got a sled to match it. Yeah.
And lots of good stuff.
Yes, I do the designing as well. That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything's done by him.
So if you just shoot me a message and what you're thinking, if you have an idea, I'll bring your idea to life. And if you don't, and you just want me to go crazy with it, there you go.
I like Drew. I have shake hands. I need someone to do it for me. Yeah, I would never be able to wrap anything. I'd be so bad. Everything would be crooked. It'd be terrible.
They're pretty easy because they're little pieces, right? So they're.
Wonder what Larry and Ticer's up to. I think counting money. That guy probably doesn't have to do.
Yeah,
much
you can send me your helmet and I can wrap it for you. That's no problem.
Ooh,
or you can take it to any sign shop and take the pieces in and they'll put it on probably for $50 or whatever. So depending on what it would cost you to ship the helmet here, I can just send you the graphics and you can get someone local to do it. That works as well. But I always send a couple of extra.
You got to update the website because it says we'll not be shipping from December 22nd, 2023 to January 2nd, 2024.
I was going through when I was doing the Canada Post things and there's a couple
of things. On the Moto Jungle as well. He has tutorial videos on the wrapping as well.
Yeah, it's on my channel as well.
I forgot you did that of how you actually wrap our helmets.
But no, if you send me the helmet, I'll put it on for you. That's no problem. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
I'll pay and have you do it.
I'm gonna wrap your Advex, Corey.
That's what I said. We got an Advex sitting in the thing. We'll get her done.
That was what we were playing soccer with today.
Isn't that the dog's towel?
We lost our basketball, and there was something in a helmet bag in my office. I thought that's where I
had to pee so bad when I was in your office the one day.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
I should have more shows like this. Honestly, I was thinking earlier today if we had more time to coordinate, we should have coordinated with some of you guys to come in because I love when we do the more just round table discussion sort of ones. But
it was kind of this morning we pulled the plug on the 705 thing, but we're gonna get him back on for sure.
I have an idea for a new O2 wrap, but I'm not ready to retire the EVA. It should be if I got another Oxygen or if I got an Advex or a Pyrex, I have an idea for another wrap as well. So. I don't want to say it because someone might take the idea.
Chat shows are good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might have to wear his Oxygen in the forest. I'll bring it with me.
We'll bring it with. We're a little bit. It's been a crazy few months for us guys behind the scenes. You don't even know. The studio was gone. Everything was cleaned up. We're kind of still makeshift. I'm looking at an elliptical with a light vice grip to it. Or clamp to it. So what are you gonna? Oh, you can't show them behind the scenes. No, it's gonna ruin the illusion. See how much use we get out of our elliptical.
Yeah,
you've ruined the illusion. You ruined Christmas.
Yeah, it's.
Wait, you guys are in Energy showroom? We've had a few comments like that. And I love that over the years, and people are like, "Oh, I thought oh, you guys were in the showroom. It's like, man, that'd be cool, but that'd be a logistical nightmare for us every Monday night.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Still
no,
trying
I
to
wasn't
come
gonna
on,
chat.
but I'm always working Monday nights.
Yeah, no, I was gonna text you today too, All Terrain TV. And I thought, man, it was about 11 o'clock, and I went, man, that's kind of short.
All Terrain. If you ever want to send photos in of anything, you're that like that quad racer, send them in.
Look at the nice 200X there, man, or 250R. I don't know, 250R with a white tank possibly.
It's got a headlight, so it's an X.
Fun as always.
Like maybe a 350.
Yeah.
I have an Advex as well. The oxygen was way too hot. I need something with more ventilation for the all right. That's what Corey was.
We'll wrap your Advex.
Ooh.
Just wait then, Chris, because that's coming. So what size is your Advex, Chris? Put that up there.
Yeah, the Advex is cool. I tried one on. Corey loved his last year. I tried one on at Energy at their kind of.
Energy had them 40% off on the weekend and like Monday and today. I think you could get one for $469. Yeah.
With the, that's obviously.
Yeah, see, it was a 200X.
Nice.
Yeah. Large. And what size was Corey's? I think it's a medium. I'd love to know if the sizes are the same. That's what I'd like to know. The Oxygen has all these funny shell sizes.
We'll do. It's a 200X in the photo, always working on it. Haha.
Yeah, a friend of mine had a 200X.
You're all, it's vintage stuff. You're always wrenching. Wrench every day.
Yeah.
You said medium.
Yeah, there you go. So medium and large. I'd love to know if they're the same size shell. Maybe I'll get you to run me some dimensions, Chris. And then as I'm doing this. So. Yeah, for sure. More like he's always letting it sit and talking about fixing it.
We'll throw some.
That's about like my stuff.
When Chris, we send it back. Oh, he doesn't need the permit savers though. He's in Quebec.
Hoping Santa. I've got Quebec permit savers.
Okay, cool. We'll throw some in the helmet.
Shield savers.
Shield savers.
Yeah.
Shield
Hoping
savers.
Santa brings me a 350X. You know, those here are like $7,500. Some people are trying to get 10 grand for them. You know, they're like
the price of 250Rs is also absolutely bonkers. Any of the two-stroke ones, you're paying like 14 to 16 grand or more.
I just need to know the size of your oxygen that you're getting, Mike. Is it the same size as your old one?
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Maybe it is. Mike's been on his diet and losing good weight.
He might be dropping the helmet size.
Mark Godfrey puts a little popcorn thing.
Yeah, right on. He's been watching in the back there. Finally decided to chime in. Yeah.
Still love the option. Order the new flow lens for mine. Let me know how that is, Sled Tube, because I was looking at the flow lens as well to retrofit to mine maybe instead of getting a new helmet altogether.
You can put them on.
Yeah. I think it's a couple $100 for the lens, so I want to wait until.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cool.
Deal. Maybe when I come to Quebec.
It's extra large helmet. The size is still the same, even though I'm dropping pounds. No worries, bud.
Right on.
I think that's what we have. I have an extra large,
so
so
that's not
it's
going to change. Yeah.
Same template as
yeah. Perfectly restored 350X is easily 10K. Yeah, for sure. And they're hard to find. You rarely see them come up. That's for sure. It's like the Yamaha RZ350. You can get 35 grand for one of those right now if you have one in good shape.
There's one that's running but is a pile of crap for 8,700 right now.
You see,
there's RZ500s for 20 G's as well.
They come up, you see them once in a while.
There's one that's been for sale forever and it's cool. The guy's got all the original owner's manuals and he's got a full original Öhlins rebuild kit still in like the box you got from Öhlins if you ordered one back. And so he's got like a full rebuild kit for the shocks and everything. And it's like, guy wants I think just over 20 G's for it for a 500. That would be such a sweet bike. 500 two-stroke street bike. Oh my gosh.
If I didn't have the Advex, I would have gotten a flow shield. That's the thing. I was thinking. I almost ordered an Advex from Energy, and I was like, oh, probably if I was down there, I would have picked one up.
If you were there, like at the open house, and they're 40%. Yeah, I think
Corey's Advex is so nice.
It is cool. I liked how it fit actually on the face. I was kind of worried because we've been so used to now these open helmets, but even with like that nose piece on it, it was like, oh, this isn't.
Yeah,
this is still miles better than a BV2S or a modular.
I'm just too cheap. You know,
469 is a lot. What's wrong with your current helmet, right? It's not like
I know.
It'd be different if you had a few good. You've not really had any major crashes with the knock on wood with the oxygen.
Yeah,
we've dropped it a few times, but
yeah, the shield is something that probably should be replaced every once in a while on the oxygen because they get scratched. So yeah. Yeah, I need to do another show with Red.
We had a
talking actually. So
we had an interesting conversation about at the show about what we could do for a podcast.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. We've been talking.
I hate the mask. Yeah, Mike. The oxygen was so nice to finally ditch the whole.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you have to plug in. Ditching the breath box is amazing.
Yeah.
Took a pretty good couple good hits.
Yeah, maybe it is safe to say you should get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, mask comes out on the Advex. Yeah.
No, on the Advex. I think he's talking about his older one with the BV2S and the modulars.
The Darth Vader helmet.
You couldn't wear those without a mask, that's for sure. Corey, when you have the mask out, do you have to have the visor plugged in? Is
for me? It'd be hard not to have it plugged in because we already have the.
You want a tail light, right?
And we already have the E-Link on our sleds, right? Yeah. I'm looking at like getting like a Pyrex or something because I'm done with like days you're out in the field or you're just out on a really warm day and having to have that shield plugged in, you're sweating buckets, and I would like just a colder helmet, like the Snowcross style helmet with heated goggles. I think would be kind of cool to get if you get one used or something. Yeah,
pretty much always plug it in or else it fogs up. He says so. Yeah, I assume that, but I mean you've got the.
I'm a heavy breather
too. Yeah,
taking the mask. Yeah, almost just fogs up. And also you'd be replacing it if you sweat a lot more and you breathe a lot in those breath box, the BV2S and the modular, you have to replace those pads like constantly.
Flow lens is on sale for $160. See how it goes. I should check Energy's website.
Yeah, maybe
see what they've got.
You should get your lens replaced. Yours is really scratched.
Yeah,
and I'd like to see what the actual difference, between the two is before we both go and order them.
Yeah.
And running MX helmets with breath box and goggles. Past years, no more fogging up and just warming up. I was tired of my heated visor coming unplugged. Yeah, this thing with the oxygens being the magnet, it doesn't really come unplugged, and it's not the RCA cable connection or whatever that would be called, I guess. I don't know.
You're still dealing with wires, though.
You are like that is still the biggest issue, downfall of it all. But
mission.
How are we not at technology yet where I can have just a short wire for it going into my jacket and with a battery pack running the oxygen from just my back? Why does it have to be powered off a 12-volt sled? How long could we make a battery cell that can fit on your body somewhere?
On my Advex video that I did at Energy, I think last year, somebody was complaining that I was publicly bad-mouthing Mission helmets.
What?
Yeah, and it's
we never do.
I have a Titan and now a Carbon Mission. Yeah,
we don't. Not that we publicly.
You don't have to plug them in.
We don't publicly badmouth. We just prefer the oxygen.
No, my comment was that when I took apart the Mission here, the build quality is not as good as the BRP.
It's not a build quality of a $769.99 helmet, is what you're saying.
Well, it was like BRP. The foam pads snap in. They have little buttons that click in. Everything comes in and out. You can pull the line.
Corey Pink's in the house. Am I late, buddy? It's been 2 hours. We've been talking about nothing all night.
Yeah, it's a show about nothing.
It is like Wayne's World.
Yeah, and it's like the Mission. You pull it apart, and it's Velcro. The liners don't snap in. They're Velcro, and the Velcro peeled off the shell. So I had to hot glue it back in, and yeah, it's.
Look at
crazy.
Chris Watson got the Radiant gloves to try. Let us know how those go as well.
Right on.
Those will be good in your cold areas.
I think Jinxie wore the Radiant gloves 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I tried the Mission helmet and didn't care for the fit at all. I don't think the visual area is very big in it. That's my problem with it.
The oxygen,
the nose guard, you're only looking out a little piece.
The oxygen and the Advex are hard to beat on their field of view. Like, it's crazy when even going like switching, because I went from, like my least favorite helmet ever, the BB2S, to an oxygen, and it was like, okay, like just throw the other one in the bin. Like, it was such a night and day difference.
Yeah. Corey says those gloves are great. Yeah, I know you love them. That's for sure. Yeah. So what else is new at
Jinxie? Like, Jinxie, you got anything to talk about? Like, we're just getting stuff from the chat tonight. You got anything hot in the press? I've seen you're doing a lot of good promos on Instagram. You're doing more videos for Skidoo recently, which has been cool. I think that Corey put that the heated goggles have battery packs for them, so you don't have to run a cord to the sled, which makes sense. I didn't think that mountain riders have cords going to their sleds, so that's cool.
Don't have them crank.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Warm. Yeah. Corey Jinks had a couple of dogs visit him on the porch. Did you find the owners? That's what I'd like to know. He had a couple of mastiffs or some like pit bull. They look like dogs.
And he brought them in and kept them warm
for crying out loud. And then the next shot was, I don't want to go. The first shot was, I don't want to go out of the house. My dog has to go pee before I go to work. And then later that afternoon, he's got the 2 dogs in his man cave sitting by the
Corey Jinks 3 sleds. Oh yeah, because he's got his comp, he's got his X07 XRS, and what would be the last sled?
He's got a 670 for sale.
What does he want for his 670?
2,800, I think.
Oh geez.
Yeah. That 670 is a sweet sled. Can I test drive it this weekend by chance?
And Haliburton. Will you bring it to Haliburton this weekend by chance if they open? What's going on here? We're losing the set.
Yeah, we are. No, we're good. Don't pull that like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, that little that 670 is sweet.
Yeah, if the trail's open,
we don't have any snow here, but if the trail's open, we're gonna.
And Haliburton, we're gonna. Well, and but the only thing is Energy doesn't have his sled in yet, so we're kind of at a weird situation where.
I'll find one.
He says his new sled should be ready Friday.
I have parts to put on.
I still do too. If I might go throw that bumper on. I might go throw that bumper on ASAP if it turns out we're riding. I want to get that B power stuff all over it.
Yeah, we'll see. We all have parts to put on. That's for sure. Same as last year, Chris. So
yeah, only difference that it'll have the GPS module for the only update.
And the
Raz RX
and the
fuck.
skis and then everything. That'd be good. Yeah. Fella
People
from
are
New York to buy my comp. Yeah, that US dollar is probably going to be like a party for him, right?
People
the Canadian dollar, I mean.
Yeah. People have been dumping their Raz X. You know who I saw who had a Raz X front end for sale? Cranky Sleds has got his Raz X front end for sale. He wants $250 for it.
It's a 900 though. It's a 4-stroke.
Oh, they different than the 2-stroke.
Oh yeah.
So how's the RX the same on 4-stroke and 2-stroke? I guess they got rid of that.
Yeah.
It's like 14.5 for him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a great deal. Yeah. 14,500. Can't beat that. Yeah, why not? And you're so close to the border too, so he's got nothing to lose, right? Like, man.
Oh yeah, because Jinx is Wayne
Glad
fleet.
he sold that. That was a beautiful sled. Like, I can't believe it didn't go faster, you know? Did you sell him? I want to know, did you give him the detailing kit?
The XPS cleaning kit.
I need to know if the cleaning kit was thrown in there, or did he negotiate too hard on you?
Maybe kicking the balls a little too much. Kicking in the nuts. I'll hold the dough until the Canadian dollar tanks. Good idea. Get that into a good savings account now.
It's like play the markets. Yeah. Just gave him the ice. Nice. Yeah.
Keeping the decals.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
Well, remember that set, it was only for 705 members, Dad. You got that.
That's right. Yeah.
Cleaning kit.
Yeah. Might own 2 sleds.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nice.
Did you get Smart Shocks on your sled this year, Jinx? I assume you got another comp. Did you get Smart Shocks on that unit?
I think he likes those.
Which makes sense. The Pro 40s, yeah, they're good shocks.
Yeah.
I love to ride sled, other than the Lynx. If the Lynx has the similar shock, I'd like to try the comp. Negative, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's kind of the rider for Pro 40s, really.
Yeah.
The guy that rides the balls off every single sled and just hammers through. He doesn't have time to switch between 3 modes. It's too complicated, right? Too many options. Just set it and go. Let it rip. Love it.
Pretty cool. I don't know what that is.
Oh, probably because I said a complicated thing.
my typing skills lack how fast I need to type.
Don't beat the guy on the shore. Americans are I hope.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like that sled was so messed up.
You know what? You should see if the guy wants to buy a 2018 XRS while he's here.
That's gonna be 20 grand as well, though. 14.5 USD.
Don't bait the guy out on the show. Yeah, pretty wild. Hopefully Mike can get out riding. I'm missing his Skidoo videos.
Missing his bike videos.
Yeah.
Missing it all.
Yeah.
I want to know what if you got any progress on that 250, the CR 250, 96. Oh, his original Blair Morgan's for sale. Oh, his original one, so he wants to buy it back.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, the third sled's that other XRS that he had, that old one.
The 07.
Yeah, with the fake Lexan head. Nice.
No, I haven't really done anything. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not the time of year.
Yeah, you really want to buy your old sled back. That's kind of neat that you found it. Yeah.
The original one.
Yeah.
What other motorsports do you do besides sledding? I assume he's talking to Mike, probably, right?
Yeah.
The Motorsport channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't need the 07.
That is a nice looking sled.
Yeah.
Did you ever find the real Lexan hood for that one? Ownership still in his name of his old sled. That's how I found it. That's wild.
The guy never did anything with it.
The guy called me and he needs the ownership. And you said, while I got you on the phone. I love that. That's a great story. Is he going to sell it back to you for a good price?
Oh, did he call him looking for the ownership to sell it? Yeah. Because he said my old one came for sale. It wasn't that he just called me. Yeah,
that's right.
Sat for 11 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Dude, that's a good find, man.
Ooh, Mike said he's going to get more.
Own it. Where do I send the police to recover my stolen sled?
And Motorsport said dirt biking into cars is going to be getting more into cars next year, eh, Mike?
Nice.
I'll be looking forward to that. I love that. Hence the, Hoonigan.
Just riding is all I do.
Kill all tires.
Yeah. Little bit of enduro, vintage enduro is what I do. Yeah, and ATV, but not. I don't really enjoy it. But, yeah.
I do the car thing. It's too expensive, so I just let it rot away.
Yeah. I gotta pick my poison. And sleds is the poison right now. Yeah, that's good. Congrats on that. That's awesome that you're getting that sled back. It's pretty wild. I want a big boy trailer.
Yeah,
I have the truck. Yeah, nice truck too. I seen that. That's cool.
ATV, but that don't count. Yeah, when you're just using it to plow a driveway, it doesn't count.
Yeah, Drew was on a Yamaha Wave Runner, which we.
Yeah, I want to get an older Sea-Doo, but at the same time, at the price that people want, I'm gonna go get a vintage motocross bike first. Like, people want $1,500 for an old Sea-Doo that runs. I'm hoping that if the used market gets a little softer in the future, like I'm trying to get like an early 90s 125 or 250. 125 would be fun to have. That thing, my experience on Mike's 125 KX has really changed my opinion on having lower CC bikes, because you just wrung that thing wide open and just lean a little bit back, sit back, get the arms in good locked position, full throttle all the way. You can't have to be worried about the power on that. It's not going to loop over backwards. It's not going to kill you going over jumps either. But yeah, we have a boat. Yeah, we have a 96 Starcraft with a 124 on it.
It's nothing fancy.
I wakeboard and water ski. Water ski, kneeboard, do it. But Sea-Dooing wave running's fun, but not for how much the gas is.
Yeah. Wisco's clan must all went to bed. They were here earlier, Jinxie.
Massart's an adult now.
Yeah. Chris says sledding's all my budget can afford. That's kind of like what I'm at.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
At least you're only spending money on it 4 months of the year.
That's right.
Except for, financing and all that kind of stuff. But time change, eh?
Yeah. We'll call it that.
Sell you 93 SPX needs a case half because of an intake leak. Oh geez,
Sweet.
that'd be a SPX would be a 583, probably.
Mine was an SPX.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
650. Yeah, work all summer and then sled all winter. Yeah, sledding is the best anyway. There's nothing else like it. We get some trails that open, you know?
I'd probably actually honestly get a vintage sled before I got a Sea-Doo, or a jet ski or wave runner or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd love to get an XP that had the adjustable trim on it and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. But no, boat Sea-Doo better than, wait.
Boat, Sea-Doo, then sled.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what you buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot Corey's a Sea-Doo guy now.
That's right.
Still on his quad. Stopped being a quad guy. Now he's a big
Yeah.
jet skier. Sea-Doos are fun or picking up chicks. He's right.
It depends where you ride them. I think
A boat. The problem is,
you can
you know,
explore
you
the
got,
walls.
you know, Sea-Doo, yeah, good for picking up chicks, but if you want to roll with the heavies, you got to have a boat. 20-foot minimum. Depends on your point in life, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all too expensive. Summer sports are such money pits. Boats.
I got to do a lower unit on mine in the spring. So
Yeah, we had we found
out
out how long after your reverse goes, how long you have forward till, and it's about 3 days. Yeah, like Muskoka Freerider works like a dog for 7 months and out of Revelstoke before. That would actually be the dream.
Yeah, for sure. I love the house they bought out there now too. How do you pick up chicks in the middle of the lake?
That's what we like to call the sea cow.
Ask your daughter.
Oh no. Got it into the sandbars, Mike.
Yeah, mine was a 650 in the SPX, but it was bored out too. It was bored out, I think 20 over or something.
So that just meant it was even more unreliable than the SPXs
it was
already
very
were.
unreliable. It's a piece of junk. Yeah. Gotta head to the sandbars, Mike. Yeah.
Guess it's different than north. We have beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
right.
beaches are a little too public. The sandbars are where the party's at.
Yeah.
Like the videos you see from the Wanapate one at the sand, what's actually like the hill,
Yeah.
whatever they
banks.
yeah,
Yeah.
the sandbanks looks crazy.
Yeah. Lots of single beaches at the beaches, he says.
Yeah, in the winter, the best that Corey has is the $9.99 wings at Fanny's and just engine swap Mike or make
one of
a
those-
jet boat.
make one of
Oh
those
yeah, the
go-kart
mini jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the ones that people build with those out of like the newer Sea-Doos with the supercharged engines in them.
Yeah. It's
Very
pretty
cool stuff.
Yeah.
Engine swap. Yeah. Fanny's food is great.
So you've heard.
Even even the roast beef. Isn't that why people go? That's why you
I
go.
think so, yeah.
Just don't get food poisoning or whatever. Oh, don't get the flu this time when you go.
Yeah.
Roast beef sandwiches, yeah. See?
You know what?
Clam chowder. Smells like Nipissing. The music that you play, I just realized on StreamYard, it just must constantly loop. It must just be
It
like
does.
a minute
I think
loop
so.
and it just keeps going. Yeah, the good old rotary disc row taxes. Yeah, your 90, whatever year your SPX was, you rebuilt that thing on like
Yeah, the Rotax bearing went or something like that. That's what screwed it up. Took the piston out and everything. Like it was bad. A bad blow up. She blowed up real good.
that. Didn't you lose that? Didn't that engine go twice in yours?
No,
You just did it once, then sold it.
once,
Yeah.
rebuilt it and sold it.
Yeah. At that place,
Northland Rack.
yeah, Northland Rack,
The
where they
old-
used to
the
be
old-
at the
yeah.
old barn. That's a sweet.
Yeah.
That's a sweet dealership. I wish they still. That was a cool dealership. You pulled up front. They had all the sleds built under the
Yeah.
They had like a massive gazebo out front with all the sleds under it. It's really cool.
How many
Garage miles on the turbo. Yeah, how many times have you started it and just gave him the?
He's probably caught up to Corey Jinx's miles from all last year in the garage. Yeah. Yeah, I think
How many miles has everyone done this year? I've done a kilometer basically now between loading it at the show twice and driving around the yard. I think I'm beating most people on mileage so far this year, other than the mountain riders, mountain admin. 30 feet. Yeah, that's a good ride.
Yeah. What you did today? 50 feet.
Oh, I did more than that. Come on.
Snow.
30 feet in the air, buddy. On grass, water, 200.
Yeah.
On snow, 0. In and out of the garage. Yep. I loaded mine.
Took a trip to the dealer.
Yeah, yeah, you said that.
Yeah. Well, if we're counting trailer rides, yours went to Toronto already once.
Trailer. Yeah, once back and forth.
Twice.
Then to Furries.
Went to Adams. It went to Energy. It went to the show.
Oh.
And then the Furries.
And it's done a lap of the yard.
Yeah.
It's done some laps of the yard. Dangled already this season.
Anyway, I'm getting tired. I'm going to call this show what it is. And join us next week for Kane's Quest. We got Chris Holmes, Team 44, the Muskoka. What are they called? Muskoka Maniacs, I think they're called. Muskoka Extreme, they're called. Team 44.
Yeah, Muskoka Extreme.
And it'll be a good chat with him. And he's going to tell us all, And he's going to tell us all about it. Yeah, we'll get that going for you. And away we go. Yeah, thanks everybody for being in the chat and sticking to the end on this and putting up with us for the night. I love these shows. You should do it more often. We will. I'm not going to cancel anything. Maybe we'll get some guests on next time, just like Corey Brock again or something like that.
Like Ghoulies.
Ghoulies.
Talk about the Muskoka Vintage Race.
Yeah, exactly.
Crusty Beam.
The only footage we have. And away we go. Yeah, good night, everybody. We'll be chatting later in the week about Haliburton Forest, and away we go. So thanks again, everybody. Thank you, Energy Powersports. Thank you, Fast Track Studs. Thank you, Quality Pieces. We're gonna run the outro now.
It's a journey.